Okay, so I fucked up. All right, so I made a. Oh, hold up. I was supposed to start at 10. I made a classic mistake. And this is why I hate scheduling streams. When you schedule a stream, normally when you're about to do a stream, you would just hit start stream on OBS and you'll be good to go. When you schedule a stream on YouTube, you got to hit go on OBS, but you also have to hit go live on YouTube. And so that's why I fucked up. And I tend to do that every time I try to schedule a stream, which is why I'd rather just start the stream raw. Because I always forget that shit. Because I'm so used to just hitting hitting the button the one time and then that's it. But hey, we made it. We're here. We're just a little bit late. But yes, this is the Neat and Chill stream yet again on another wonderful Saturday night for you lovely people, all 5 of you. Welcome to the stream. And this is the birthday special. My birthday is in exactly an hour and 39 minutes. No, an hour and 41 minutes. Okay. My math was a little off there. So I'm going to be turning 32 tonight. Oh my God. I know I look so boyish and young, but you know. Am I live? You guys hear me? We good to go? Because I'm kind of worried about things being straight since it took a while for me to get everything going. Hello, testing. Do you hear me? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ukuno, Soul Hacker, Sunset, Strong Burrito, Bobby Biro. Somebody give me confirmation. You guys hear me? You guys hear me? You guys hear my voice? Am I live and direct? Live in effect? You guys hear me? Okay, great. Oh boy, I'm a little worried because it took a while for me to get everything going, but we're here and we're gonna have some fun and we're gonna do the damn thing. Gambo-san, welcome to the stream. Soul Hacker, Sunset, Unkono, Soul Hacker, Strong Burrito, Bobby. Everybody, welcome. It's the great birthday bash. As I always do it big. I always do it big, right? Debbie cakes. I got some Fairlife milk too, though. Feliz cumpleaños, Chad. What does that mean? Translate. Please translate. Yes, it's going to be my 32nd birthday. Oh, man. 32 is a good year, though. I like that. 32. Oh, man. I would say I can't believe how long it's been, but I can. I can. People always say time goes by fast, but I swear I feel like time has really just gone by like about what I would expect. Discovered you last week. I was watching your How to Be a NEET series you made in 2016. Happy B. Yeah. Hey, God, I love getting some new watchers. What do you think of the channel? Sunset, what do you think of the channel? What would you like to see more of from your boy Chad Marco? Having gone back and watched the classic How to Be a NEET series, but I'm kicking it in high gear trying to get my next job. So I pull that off. I got to figure out what I'm gonna call this. I got to figure out what I'm gonna call this show. I won't be able to call it Neat and Chill once I get my next job, right? I kind of been taking. I'm not gonna lie. I've kind of been taking it easy, But now, like, I've been hearing like good things about this place, around the way that pays good, and I'm thinking about looking into that. For what I hear, they hire pretty fast, so I'm gonna check into that. And I know like two people who work there, so I'm thinking like maybe that'll be my way in. But I got to figure out another name, right? Because if I'm needing, then the stream is Neat and Chill. If I'm not, right, I don't want to call it Wagey and Chill. Wagey's just, I don't know. Somebody give me some ideas. Did you see the new draft bill? Oh yeah, I heard about that. I heard about the draft bill. I didn't see all the details, but the things that stood out, people were talking about how the changes they made were that I think men aged 18 to 26 are automatically entered into selective services. I think that before you had to go sign up for it yourself. I've heard some people say that that's probably not a big deal. The reason why I think it is just timing, right? Because we're seeing multiple different conflicts throughout the world. One, you got the war in Ukraine versus Russia. You have what is it? Israel versus Gaza. I'm saying versus like it's an anime battle, right? But I guess but yeah, you got Israel versus Gaza, and then what's the other one? Isn't there like another war going on? Is it? Oh, and the concerns about China potentially invading Taiwan, right? So you have like three of America's top enemies: Russia, China, and I wouldn't say Gaza specifically, but I think Gaza is backed up by Iran because if Iran starts really backing up Gaza heavily to go against Israel, then that's really some serious trouble. But basically, what I'm saying is we have all the ingredients, right? Like, cause I'm from the black community. I be around the hood and shit. I guarantee you, a lot of these hood niggas they haven't signed up for selective services because you only I think it's not like they were gonna hunt you down if you didn't do it. I think not signing up for selective services just prevented you from like applying for like college loans, or I forgot exactly how, like they had certain brick walls, right, to catch you, right? They had certain nets to catch people who hadn't done it. Um, but a lot, I'm telling you, I guarantee you, a lot of people, a lot of young guys have not taken the time to sign up for selective services, right? Like I think you got to do it if you try to, like, I think I'm signed up because I think I had to when I registered to vote. That's what I think, and that was like years ago, and I registered and never even fucking voted, but yeah, and then I also heard that they were thinking about making women eligible for the draft. That part I wouldn't really be too concerned about. They would probably more so just have them in, particular positions, roles like basically. I doubt they would be drafted to the front line. I think they would be drafted more as like support roles, behind computer desk, and maybe, oh wait a minute, my stream is already going nuts. Fantastic. Let me see. I'm trying to wait till it stabilizes. I don't know why, but my streams have been kind of unstable. Probably because a lot of people on the internet in the house on the fucking shared Wi-Fi. I got the Ethernet cable plugged in, but it's still a little shaky. But yeah, I think if they start drafting women, it'll probably be more for like support roles. They're not gonna be drafting them to the fucking front line, and just the whole PR of that would be a disaster. But I'm concerned, and I think, yeah, I see the stream is laggy. Fuck. I'm hoping that it stabilizes. It is. I'm hoping that it stabilizes. Because we had issues with it last time until I plugged in the Ethernet cable there. I got it plugged in. Is it stabilizing now? Or are we just use Wi-Fi cable? Wi-Fi cable, right? Is that the same thing? Wi-Fi cable? I thought it was separate things. I got the Ethernet cable plugged in because I know the Wi-Fi wouldn't be stable. Like the Wi-Fi by itself wouldn't be stable for sure. But is it good? We straight? We good? It's all good? Don't let the close the window. Don't let the Wi-Fi out. I don't have any windows in my room. A good incel evening. But I think it's stabilizing now. Just remind me. Oh wait, the second I'm about to get on it, I see a little dip there. Just okay, looks good. Just remind me if you see any lag or something like that. We're already streaming, right? In like what 310p or something like that. So, but yeah, I'm concerned because of just the whole timing of it. And I've seen a lot of people say that they don't think that we could have a draft in America, but I'm skeptical. Like, I lean towards their reasoning. I get what they're saying, but I always just keep thinking back to COVID and how people would turn against one another so effectively, just because of the right narrative and the right use of control over mainstream media, news outlets, social media, and things like that. And when you look at the things that people had to deal with during COVID, like people losing their jobs because they didn't want to take the injection, and then there were people celebrating that. Like, just think about all the people who just go mad about the fucking like people not wanting to take the COVID-19 vaccine. Just look at how people got so crazy about that. And people were so opinionated and so sure of their righteousness regarding this fucking topic. Like I'm telling you, like people got sick about that shit. It was to the point where if the government would have said we're kicking down doors and forcibly injecting people, the other side would have been like, yeah, do it. Like, kick in their doors and drag them out and, right, put them in a camp. Like, that. People forget about that shit, how stupid motherfuckers can be. And that's part of the reason why I don't think that we are above an effective draft. because people are so easily manipulated and deceived and brainwashed and to turn against one another. I always think back to that shit. Like I'm telling you, if they would have had motherfuckers kicking indoors and dragging you out to shoot you up, they would have been like, yes, get them, get them. It turned people into fucking animals, like your fucking neighbors, the people you go to work with and shit like that. So if world war starts, right, a big war starts, and then okay, we gotta get a draft, but we gotta get the people around it. All they gotta do is get the right narrative, the right false flag, the right, 9/11 2 or some shit like that, and then boom, and then on top of that, never underestimate the selfishness of people. I see so many people. Great, and I see my, I see my stream going down the drain. Okay, let me back. Okay, but I see so many people right on like social media, like older guys like myself, who are like, well, at least, well, I'm 28, so I'm out of the right. Can't get me. I'm 30. I'm 35. I'm 4. I see that shit all the time, and so don't underestimate how many people won't care about you. How many people will be like, well, whatever, as long as I don't get drafted. That's gonna be that's another potential problem for why we can actually have a draft, I think. Because you're gonna have so many people who are like, as long as it's not me, right? So yeah, send the 18 to 20, get them. Cause I'm 28, right? I'm 30, I'm this, I'm that. And then also it's a fear thing, right? Like look at women. Like women, they don't want to deal with people invading the country. So again, they would love to send the fucking average motherfuckers that I don't want to fuck anyway. Send them to go die in a trench somewhere. Like people, like you just gotta think, bro. Is like I think it's possible because again, media manipulation, narratives, false flags, 9/11s, and just people not giving a fuck. As long as it doesn't affect them, as long as it's not them having to run from a goddamn drone overseas somewhere while it's recording them, and then they upload the video of you getting blown the fuck up on live league. Yeah, like so. My fucking birthday, I'm sitting here talking about war. Fuck this. Oh man. One time when I was watching your stream chat, Marco, I took a picture of a woman's butt with my camera. Why would you do such a thing on Kuno? I'm disappointed in you. We got to be better than that. We got to be better than that, man. Don't be out here creep shotting. Look, we look, but we don't. We don't go that far. We look, but man, I can't even lie. And I told this story. I swear, like it's the yeah. I see this shit just keep going like bonkers. Let me see if I can. All right, so I might kill the stream real quick. Just hang with me, but I'm trying to get some stability here, so I'm going to switch things around real Boom, bada boom, bada boom, boom, boom. Well, what a disaster of a night, right? Uh, so I was just fucking around trying to figure out what was wrong with the internet, and I figured out nothing. But my speculation is probably just that too many cooks in the kitchen. But whatever, I can't miss the big 12-0. So if I'm lagging, I'm lagging. Whatever. I also took a nap too. I'm tired as fuck. I ain't even gonna lie. I took a little nap. Yeah, I see it still going out. So, but I'm not. I'm just not gonna worry about it. If I get shit, no, I'm not gonna worry about it. It is what it is. I'm trying to get my cake arranged here now. So if I don't do anything else right, we get the damn cake. We get the cake going. Let's see here. See, everywhere I go, I feel like, oh, people be trying to get me stuck. I'm fly no matter what. Iced up and all the hoes wanna fuck. Please try again later. Can I, let's see here. Um, did that work? Successfully connected. So I'm here. I'm in the, oh, okay. Hey, we're back. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but this out of all the nights for my internet to choose is just not work, and it's still fucking up even right now. So again, no promises. No, I think this is just a bad night. I think this is just a bad night. It's unfortunate on my birthday night. I always like to do my streams my birthdays, but the internet is just not me and my friend today. It's just not. It's unfortunate. But I think it's just because the amount of people here. I think just the amount of people here now. I think everybody's on the internet. Right? It's summertime and my niece is here and my other niece is here. My brother, so and I'm sure everybody's gooning. I'm kidding. But we got the cake. I bought the birthday cake, Debbie cakes. I bought the birthday cake Debbie cakes and just stacked them on top of each other. That's what I typically do. I got some Fairlife milk in the kitchen too. Well, we're back, but it's lagging like shit. It's lagging like hell. So, well, at least the numbers look bad on my end. It looks terrible. But I tried everything I could do. I don't know what else I could do to try to get it to stabilize. I got the Ethernet cable plugged in. It's just a bad streaming night. But I'm gonna just be here. I'll just be here doing my thing to the best of my ability. But you know what? Because now I'm way thrown off. I don't even know what the fuck to talk about. Um, I've actually been kind of shopping around. I'm trying to get a new computer, but I know you guys have been telling me for the longest time stop buying laptops. So I've been thinking about just getting me a desktop. So I'm kind of like I'm saving money right now. I'm saving money right now, and I'm shopping around, but they're so expensive. Like I feel like it's gonna run me anywhere from like 500 to 800, and it's pretty expensive. But I'm just kind of looking around now. If you guys got any recommendations, I would definitely appreciate it because I'm basically computer hunting now, and I'm trying to avoid just buying another laptop. I was gonna buy like a high end laptop, but I just feel like with laptops, it just seems like they have a seems like they tend to just I don't know, like just degrade after like 4 or 5 years, right? And I'm trying to get something I can really rely on for an extended period of time. Not now. Not now. Hold up. So, oh wait a minute. What the fuck is this? Am I live? Oh, I am live. Okay, great. Just get the fuck out of here. Okay. Oh, look at that. Amazon. Let's see here. 4th of July. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah. So I just been typing in gaming, gaming PC, and looking around trying to see what's out there. I know somebody recommended a mini PC or a mini computer a while ago. God, look at that shit. God, 999. This is terrible. Ugh, God, this ain't for neats, bro. This ain't for neats. But this is what I kind of been looking at. The mini. This shit was just $400. Like, I could have sworn like last time I looked at this was like $400. This shit just jumped up out of nowhere. Ace Magician gaming PC, Rising mini PC. This is pretty affordable, but I'm like I don't know how these work. Like, does this work like a normal computer? Like, you can just plug it into a monitor and then it'll work like a normal. Does anybody know about mini computers? Because I don't know exactly how they work. If it works like a regular computer, or you just plug it into a monitor and you do all the regular stuff, then this might be the best option. You know, as far as like power and affordability. Is that a word? Affordability. Let me see. Oh, $10 off. It's $110 coupon. My lord. Oh, sign in. Oh no, we're not signing in. Mini PC is equipped with three different modes: solid mode, fan sound as low as 38 dB, and the power of mini PC is reduced to 10 to 15 W. Enjoy quiet streaming or light work. Smart energy saving, auto mode suitable for medium work or entertainment projects. The mini PC power setting. Performance mode, you can crank up the power to 20 to 25 to glide through the toughest and most intense game graphics. Upgrade your gaming experience, and a vertical micro PC has good heat dissipation performance and saves more space. Powered by AMD Zen 3 Ryzen. I mean, really, if I get something like this, I'm not really looking to get it like specifically for like high end gaming or nothing like that. I mean, there'll be a bonus, but it's more so just because of like the other stuff that I do. Because like rendering videos in Adobe, for instance, is basically outside the realm of my current laptop. Like it'll do it, but sometimes it'll it'll overwork my computer so much that it'll just shut it down. You know, so like I'm more so looking like, of course, I need something powerful, but it's not really about the gaming so much as the other shit. You know, music production and all that. Because my current laptop is just so weak that it's like, and I can tell it's weakening. It's getting weaker and weaker. Like it's shutting down randomly more often from me just doing like regular stuff that normally wouldn't shut it down. Mm-hmm. Play your favorite games like Apex, CSGO. It would be cool though. It would be cool to be able to game on a PC like for real and not just playing like emulators and shit, but to really be able to play like newer games and use modification. Oh god, like playing Resident Evil 2 remake with the big titty mods or something like that. That'd be cool. Big titty mods. Okay, AMR5 mini PC is paired with up to 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. I don't know what half this shit is. I know that I definitely need something with 16 gigabytes of RAM though, because I got 8 on this laptop, and that 8 ain't good enough. That's one of the main things I'm looking for. Something with 16, at least 16 gigabytes of RAM, because the 8 is not good. That's what I've had to learn the hard way. I feel like 16 will get me where I need to go. That's double, right? Some of these are more affordable though. No, but I'm not going that cheap. I already know if I go too cheap, I'm just gonna buy something that's not gonna be strong enough, or something that I'm gonna have to replace. Something that I'm gonna have to replace. Um, probably within like a few years or something. Oh, 4 USB ports, nice screen resolution, processor, Ryzen 7, six. This thing is what, 3.5 pounds, dude. This is just no way, dude. Like, how does this shit even work, bro? How you get something that strong as 3.5? That don't even make sense, bro. Somebody gotta like. Does anybody here know anything about these shits? Cause I feel like this is just. It sounds too good to be true. It's affordable, and it seems at least relatively powerful. Customers like the graphics, the ease of setup, value, and gaming of the computer. They mention that it looks really cool, provides an immersive gaming experience, and is great for older games. They also appreciate the performance, saying that it runs incredibly smoothly and that it performs admirably. Customers are also happy with the noise. There's an issue with the power here, though, it seems. It runs games well and doesn't overheat no matter the size and graphics of the game. Runs quietly and smoothly. No long loading screens. Able to run games on higher than default graphics. Mostly used it for World of Warcraft. Runs the game very well. I purchased this for my son. It has exceeded our expectations. The setup was straightforward. PC handles his favorite games effortlessly, providing an immersive gaming experience. Okay. £3, huh? Decent gaming performance and great performance for a wide range of tasks. Okay, so here's a bad review. You got to look at these. I really wanted to love this PC, and for a while I did. I bought it as an upgrade to my old laptop. He sounds like me. This is scary. Which was the only computer I ever used. At first, everything was fantastic. It ran incredibly smoothly, and I had no problem even playing heavyweight games on it. But after a few months of owning it, every now and then the PC would freeze on a blue screen of death. And since every time I get a different error code, every time I can only assume multiple things are going wrong and I have no idea where to even start asking for help. Because of this experience, I will forever be wary of this brand. Oh boy. Yeah. I mean, you're always going to find a bad review. So, wait, no Bluetooth. This is not a gaming PC. I don't mean playing AAA games. I mean, it can't play any games that require movement. This PC also does not have Bluetooth, even though its specification says it does. One USB port stopped working after a month. Do not buy this PC. How can you use a mouse and keyboard if the ports and functionality does not work? Oh, okay. Hmm. Time. Okay, we got 6 minutes before I gotta blow out the candles. Do I got a lighter? Oh, there we go. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Oh, nice pictures here. I want to know if like anybody use it for other stuff though. 'Cause I'm not really buying it for gaming. It's just that when you use gaming as the benchmark of its power level, right? Like if a computer is good for gaming, then it's usually good for the other shit too, like editing videos, music production, and shit like that. Because there are very few tasks that are as demanding of a computer as gaming. Like playing like huge AAA games, like new modern games and shit like that. Like if something can basically, I look at it like if it can run Grand Theft Auto 5, right, then it's probably strong enough to do what I need to do for other shit too. What are these? Oh, of one. Not quite as good as my custom built gaming PC, but it is exceptional for the problems though. To log in, this is a mini. So wait, I'm trying to figure out like, hmm, I don't know. All right, I guess the hunt continues. I'm hoping anybody here got you know, some information for me. I'm on the hunt. What time is it? Oh, we almost there. Don't buy your computer off Amazon. Why not? A mini PC would work the same as a regular desktop. Thank you, Soul Hacker. That's what I wanted to know, right? Because I know you got like those. What are those things? Like have you ever seen like a Chromebook or something like that, right? Where it looks like a regular laptop, but it's limited as far as the shit you can do with it. That's what I was kind of worried about. If it functions like a regular ass computer, then yeah, that's fine. I don't want it to be like some fucking Chromebook type thing where the only thing it can do is play fucking Steam or something. Oh, that shit! This looks so good. Oh my god, dude! Can I get this middle candle without burning myself? Hurry up! Hurry up! Ooh! Ah. Look at that! Oh! Look at that! Ooh! Oh yes! Ooh! It looks so nice. I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna take a picture. I'm a social media guy now. Yeah, this stream is so unstable. But whatever. We thugging it out tonight, guys. Like I apologize, but the show must go on. I gave it some rest and all that, and so okay. Oh, look at that. Ooh, hold up. Let's gotta move these. Come on now. Okay. Okay. That's nice. Oh shit. Let me see here. I'm gonna post it on X. Oh, it's 12 o'clock, June 23rd. Happy birthday, Chad Marco. Yeah, we made it. Another year. What the fuck? I swear you always see the dumbest shit on X, man. Ah, that's a funny post. Okay. There we go. What a humble cake. What a humble cake. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's cute. Oh, hold up. Let me blow out the candles, right? And melt the damn cake. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to Chat Super Chat Marco the Big Aniki. Happy birthday to me. I forgot to make a wish. Hold up. Great. Yeah. Same wishes last time. Oh boy. It don't quite It don't quite cut like a normal cake. Mm, mm. Okay. All right. Put that to the side. Great. The festivities have concluded. Oh man. You should think of making backups as your PC is at the stage where it might shut down for good anytime soon. Oh yeah, I got some backups of like important stuff, but I don't have like enough space to back everything up. But like I would say the most important shit is backed up. I put it like that. The most important shit is already backed up. Like I got like two backups. Like all my music shit is backed up on like two different hard. Yeah, it's like it's here and on two hard drives. So I got that's secure. I always make sure my music and my porn, right? My music and my is secure, right? The only thing I probably got to back up is like a handful of beats or something like that. Because usually, as I make new stuff, I got to add them to the backups, right? But most of the most important shit is already protected, you know. But if this one died right now, I would lose like a couple, like maybe a couple beats, and like the last song I made or something like that. And but what I'm worried about is my FL Studio, because I got a lot of like samples that I picked up from different places on the internet. But I like all those samples is so much, like I can't add it to my already nearly full hard drives, right? So that's why I really want to. I'm in a rush to get my new computer, pretty much. Like I've been saving. I'm thinking about donating plasma again, um, but because I know this laptop is definitely acting kind of sketchy, right? So that's the move. That's the move right now. We definitely trying to get a PC as soon as possible. Just build yourself. It can get cheaper. Buy a motherboard kit. Nah. I'm not gonna complicate it. I'm not gonna. If I had money, if I had like disposable income, then I would. But I just need to go for a standard issue, good computer, right? That's what I'm looking for. Just give me standard issue that it'll work and last, 5 or 6 years. Just that's all I need right now. If I had like money just laying around, then yeah, I could, tinker around with putting something together and fucking something up. But I just don't trust myself to to go through that process, unless I had the money to fuck up, right? Like I gotta spend the money and get it right the first time, basically. Mm-mm. Get a PS5. You can stream when playing on PS5. Well, it's not really just about streaming video games and shit. It's mostly about editing videos and shit like the FL Studio, making music. But the big one is editing videos. Like editing is kind of difficult on my laptop because Adobe takes up so much of my laptop's processing power. Um, yeah, and when it's rendering, it just shuts down sometimes. Sometimes like how do I explain it? If I'm rendering a video, it might shut down 3 or 4 times before it'll get all the way finished, right? To where the video is actually completed. And that's how I know one, this laptop ain't that strong, and two, it's getting weaker. Integrated graphics, which is a big reason why it's cheap. So the CPU does the work of the graphics card. They're not really gaming PC, even if they say it's okay. It's integrated graphics, which is a big reason why it's cheap. So the CPU does the work of the graphics card. So basically, you wouldn't recommend it. You would not recommend getting a gaming, I mean, a mini PC. That makes sense That makes sense. I see what you're saying. I don't like the sound of that either. I don't like the sound of that. I get it. Yeah. Yeah, I might just have to go for a big boy. I might have to go for a big boy. Ryzen 7 is shit. You probably want to spend 1,000 to 1,500 on the computer, especially if you're going to be using it all day, every day. Do some research on graphics, cards, and processors. 1,000, you know. I'm gonna have to take a L somewhere. you know, I've already accepted that. I'm gonna have to take a L somewhere. I just need something that's gonna, get me through for a while. Happy birthday, Marco. Thank you. Thank you. Here we are. What were you saying, Chad? We couldn't hear you. Yep, fuck it. yeah, again, you guys know the stream is still unstable. Yay! Happy birthday! Yeah! Cake. I can't promise a product on Amazon will last long. Try to go to Mac Store or Dell Computer Store. Amazon products are known to not last that long. Anybody know why my super chat isn't working? Oh, I got demonetized. I got demonetized like a while ago. I forgot. Right? And the way it works, I guess I gotta wait until I'm out of the shit. You guys know the Ted Kaczynski episode of. You guys know the Ted Kaczynski episode of the podcast. I got a I got demonetized just for talking about the Ted Kaczynski manifesto, right? They said that I was promoting violence or something. Again, bullshit. It's the most ridiculous claim because all I was doing was critiquing and reading and talking about the manifesto written by the madman himself. And there are probably endless videos online on YouTube of people talking about him doing essays, 7-hour video essays, and I'm sure they didn't get demonetized. But I feel like I probably had a target on my back anyway, though, because to me, I find it kind of a coincidence that they go back and they target that old video right after I did that stream where I was talking about like the whole Israel. I think it was after I did the Israel and Gaza stream. Like it's like right after I did one of those streams, talking about Israel and the Jewish people. That's when it happened. and just it's to me it just sounds like too much of a coincidence. And then the fact that they went back to an old video, right, to find an excuse to demonetize me. And you know what really sucks is that I got demonetized right before I did the small penis video, which got like 10,000 views. That would have like that would have been like $50 right there or something. It's fucked up. Make a GoFundMe for a new PC. Well, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. Unless you guys are trying to drop $1,000, right? It ain't that serious. I'm thinking about donating plasma again. I stopped doing it for a while. I feel like it takes a toll on your body when you keep doing it. But there's a new place that opened up, and they're giving 100 for your first 4 donations. So there'll be $400 for just 4 visits. So I'm thinking about doing that, and that'll boost me up to getting closer to getting what I need. Other than that, I just been doing like odd jobs for my mom and shit. And I got some more money from my streaming. Well, the music streaming. I got like $50 from that this month. But if you want to support me, sign up for the Patreon. Just do it there. Just become a Patreon supporter. Just do it like that. That's the best way. Because I never know when I'm going to get demonetized here. They went back to some old shit to demonetize me where I was just talking about the Unabomber manifesto. I mean, they act like I was sitting there like, yeah, let's blow it all up. Right? This is how you make a bomb. Like, dude, I was reading the manifesto that it was an episode of my podcast talking about a crazy motherfucker who tried to blow shit up. And they demonetized me for that. It's crazy. But again, I feel like that was an excuse because I was talking about small hat gang. I know YouTube is bullshit. We already know. We're already familiar with this. We gonna ride it out. Look, if you simp for anybody, simp for your homies. Simp for your homies, bro. You gonna simp for anybody? Simp for your homies. You know, at least I sit here giving you guys like, you know, creative works, music, valuable insights, entertainment. Simp for your homies. Not in the campaign. Just sign up for or just subscribe to the Patreon. I'll put a link. That's exactly what I'm going to put a link in the chat for you guys. Just do that. Because I don't know how long it's going to be before I get undemonetized. The only reason I'm mad about that shit is because they did it right before the small penis video and the fat girl video. That's the only reason why I'm bothered about that shit, bro. Because those got decent numbers. Those hit up to like 1,000. That would have been good for my you know, getting me to the payout threshold sooner. So it just fucking sucks. They did me dirty, bro. They did your boy dirty. It's funny how it worked out like that. I was just about to get paid too. Like, it's crazy. I was just about to get paid, boy. And they demonetized my ass. Stupid mother. Swear to God. Do the home, man. There you go. There you go. Support the channel. Or just hit the like button. Hit the like button. Support the channel. Spread the message. Spread the news. There you go. Yeah. I was playing Street Fighter 3 while you were gone. Street Fighter 3. Yeah. I haven't played that in a while. I haven't played any fighting games in a while. I feel like after that first run with Street Fighter 6, yeah, I got burned out. I'm probably not going to play Street Fighter 6 again unless they drop Sean or a character that I'm interested in, you know. I had fun with Cammy, but you know, if they drop Sean, that's it. It's game over. I'm gonna be playing the hell out of that. I'm not gonna stop till I hit master rank with Sean. I'll tell you, I don't care I don't care if he suck. Sean is Sean, so I'm kind of waiting for that. But these, you know, honestly, these first DLC characters, Aki, Ed, Akuma, Rashid, and I think M. Bison is coming out soon too. I'm just not really enthusiastic about them, you know. I did buy Ed because I have a soft spot for boxers, but even then, like, the way he plays is just not to my liking. You know, he does some cool shit, but I just don't like the way he plays. So I'm probably not gonna play Street Fighter 6 again until Sean comes out. It'll be a while. Most of the topics you discuss aren't accepted by the mainstream. Yeah. That's one of the problems. That's one of the problems with doing the type of videos I do. And I feel like overall, I'm a positive social media influencer, a low level social media influencer, but a positive one. You know, I just dropped a video, you know, about self-love and being yourself. It's just crazy, like, how they would try to label me as being like a problematic individual on YouTube. But again, it's just the way shit is now. It's just the way shit is now. Like, you got to be politically correct all the damn time. You know, it's funny. I was watching this basketball video, synthetic sports, and they were talking about the Boston Celtics winning the championship, and there was a controversy about the head coach, not the current head coach, but the previous head coach, as far as him having like inappropriate interactions with a female staff member. And in the video, they only touched on it for a little bit. And it was funny because the guy who was narrating the video, he said it's for the best that we don't go in depth. It's for the best that we don't go in depth into this situation. So we're just gonna leave it at that and keep it moving. But I understood what he was doing though, why they did that. Because talking about a sensitive situation like that, because that was kind of a controversial event. Because some people took his side, some people took the side of the woman, and so it became this man versus woman issue, right? And they didn't even want to touch it because they knew it could fuck up their YouTube channel. It could fuck up their monetization and things like that. So, I mean, that's just the nature of the beast, though. But that's why, again, I appreciate super chats and shit like that. But one, YouTube, they take they take a chunk out of that. So, really, I would rather just if you're gonna donate anything, just become a Patreon supporter. In fact, I'm about to drop another song from the robot music. I'm about to drop another song from the robot music album tomorrow on the Patreon exclusive. So that'll give you a little bit of an incentive there. It's a good one too. I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying that either. I was like, yo, this shit sound good because it already takes a long time for me to put songs together. But I was really meticulously trying to get the sounds right with this one. And I was listening to it in the car and the headphones and the speakers. I was just trying to make sure everything was right. So I really put a lot of work into this one. And it's really good. And it's gonna be on Patreon tomorrow. It's gonna be on Patreon tomorrow. I told Iris to pull up and wish you a happy birthday. Seems like she didn't pull up. That's that's fine. Iris is she's a busy young girl. You know what's funny? The new song is actually based on the interaction. Well, I would say it's inspired by the interaction between me and Iris, right? So that's kind of right. That's kind of a spoiler, but it's a real good song though. This shit is dope. They make Akuma look like a hairy yeah. I'm not worried too much about the design. I'm just not. It's just the DLC characters. Like this bundle just doesn't do it for me. I don't like Rashid. I don't like Aki. I'm not a big Akuma fan. I'm tired of M Bison. And probably Ed to me is the best one out of it as far as like my personal taste. And even then, I don't like the way he plays. I just like that he does cool boxer shit. But the way he plays is just fucking too complicated for me. It's too complicated, too demanding, too demanding. I like more of a straightforward approach. All that flicker jab shit and the whip. Nah, but he's cool. I just hope the next DLC bundle is better. If they drop Elena, I might start playing it again too. I've heard like some people say Elena is a possible that they might that it's a possibility that Elena might would be one of the next DLC characters. So if they drop Elena, I might I like Elena too. But I'm waiting for it. It's got to be Elena or Sean. If they drop Sean, it's game over. I turn 30 next month. Finally going to be a boomer like you, Chad. Hey, welcome. Welcome to the club, the 30 club. It's not so bad. But, people make such a fuss about age, especially hitting like certain milestones. Even ridiculous shit like, oh, I'm turning 21. I'm turning 24. I'm turning like you see that all the time on 4chan. You see people talk about, how they kind of dread getting older. And don't get me wrong, right? Like I have the similar fears of like for me, it's more so like just knowing that your body is going to slowly degrade, right? Like you have a limited window of time where you can get the most out of your physical body. And being someone who is, I'm not an athlete, but I've been in the fitness and trying to get myself in the best shape possible for like over a decade. Knowing that the things I do today, I won't be able to do as well tomorrow. Like that's one of the things that definitely bothers me. That bothers me the most. Um, and I think as far as like physical appearance, I've been blessed. I've been blessed to have a very youthful look despite my age. So I can't really complain about that because a lot of guys, start looking bad by their like mid 20s and shit like that. So I've been kind of blessed in that department to have a somewhat youthful look, even going into like my early 30s and shit. But point is though, when I sit and I think about it, the reason why I don't feel bad about being 32 is that I feel fucking wonderful. I feel great. I think the important thing is no matter how old you are, you want to feel good. That's the main thing. Whether you're 25, 35, 45, you want to feel good. If you feel good at the age you're at, then that's what really matters. And I think that's why the whole, the age thing don't really bother me, being a boomer or whatever. Cause as far as I can tell, I'm in the best shape of my life. Physically, I'm still in great shape. And as far as like my mental health and, I guess what you would say, like my overall well-being, again, just, I'm doing fantastic. I think the problem, and even you see it too, like when guys kind of dread getting older, I think is that they're usually already somewhat unhappy, you know, and they just predict that it's just going to get worse as they get older. Because now, oh, you're depressed and unhappy, but you're 5 years older, right? And you don't look as cute no more, right? And people look at you different, right? There's a different expectation as you get older too. People expect more out of you. They expect you to be further along in life. Why don't you have a job? Why haven't you moved out and things like that? So, those expectations begin to pile up too. And for some people it includes stuff like, why aren't you married? Maybe some women, they'll be like, people be like, why don't you have kids or something like that? So, aging can be a bitch, but overall it's just about how you feel where at the age you're at, right? Cause it's funny to me when I see guys who are like 21 and like they're dreading being like 25 or something like that, right? And it's like, you're fucking miserable at 21. Right? Like being 21, or it doesn't do anything for you if you're not making the most of it, if you're fucking unhappy. Like, don't just want to be young to be young, make the most of it. Use that time to try to build yourself up and accomplish the things you want to do. Ah, fuck M. Bison. I'm done with M. Bison. So, speaking of basketball, Chad, would you wife up Caitlin Clark? Yeah, yeah. Caitlin Clark is mid. We got to establish that. Caitlin Clark is mid, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. I know some girls would probably take that as an insult to call them mid, but Caitlin Clark is mid. But I would wife her up. That's one thing people got to realize. Like, for a guy, a mid girl that's cool and not crazy. Now, she could be crazy as fuck. Just because she play ball don't mean that she ain't fucking crazy, right? We don't really know her like that. But a mid girl that you get along with, like, is worth her weight in gold. So, but with Caitlin Clark, all you can really go off of is her looks, and she's just mid, just straight mid. But I would shit. if she wasn't crazy, like, and of course taking the whole basketball millionaire part out too, right? Let's throw that out the window. If let's say Caitlin Clark worked at the fucking Planet Fitness or something, right? I'll wipe her up for sure. I'll wipe her up. It's so interesting to see that the WNBA is somewhat relevant now because of, in large part, Caitlin Clark and to a lesser degree, Angel Reese. Because for years, the WNBA has been like the butt of a big joke, especially when they started demanding more money and shit like that. The people were like, "Do you understand that you guys are losing? You guys are losing money. Like you guys are on life support. Like the NBA is funding you guys. Y'all lose millions of dollars every year, and y'all mad because y'all not making as much as the male NBA players. Don't you guys understand how this works?" And now they have Caitlin Clark, who is no doubt going to become like the biggest WNBA superstar we have ever seen. I've heard, I forgot where I heard this at. Maybe it was the Gills Arena podcast or whatever, but they were talking about Caitlin Clark, and I think they went to one of her shows, not shows, like she's a fucking musician, but one of her games, and they were like, the crowd response to her is just ridiculous. Like they were like, Caitlin Clark is like a rock star basically, and obviously this is great for the WNBA. This could be what turns things around for them, and I really hope that's the case. Because when you look back at the NBA, like the NBA wasn't always in the position that it's in today. Like the players weren't always making millions of dollars and shit like that. Like it took a lot of growth of the league to get to the point where players were making, the amount of money that they're making today. And I just feel like the WNBA players who complain about the pay gap, they kind of jumped the gun, right? Thinking that they deserve to be in the position that the male players in when they haven't really gone through, the necessary trials and tribulations to get there. Now you see them getting there and it's kind of exciting. But it makes me, what we see with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese kind of reminds me of what we saw with Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. I think it's very similar. And I think no one would challenge the idea that they really help stimulate the NBA. Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, and a lot of that had to do with the fact that one, they were characters. You need characters. You got Magic Johnson, who's super charismatic, good looking, flamboyant, outgoing, extroverted, flashy, and then you got Larry Bird on the Boston Celtics, more humble, down to earth, blue collar type guy. And that rivalry, I think, really helped stimulate the NBA. And you look at the 80s, it's really dominated by the Lakers and the Celtics during that time period. Unfortunately, it's gotta be said, there was also a racial element to the whole Magic Johnson, Larry Bird thing. Like, just being honest. And we're seeing that too with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. There's also a racial element to what's going on between these two young ladies. And that's part of what's stimulating the conversation regarding the two of them and the WNBA. Unfortunate, but that's just, it's part of it. And it's kind of just one of those negative things that in the long run it's going to help. I hate to say it, but it's true. It's going to help because it just keeps people talking, right? Um, but I see a lot of people complaining though about like the girls bullying her or trying to like being very physical with her on the court. And I think people got to remember like it was like that too for for Michael Jordan, right? When Michael Jordan came into the league, the Pistons were beating his ass. Like they had the Jordan rules or shit like that, where they would go. The league thought he was the shit, and they were trying to prop him up, and they didn't want to give him any space to breathe. So I feel like what we're seeing with Caitlin Clark is, people calling out the female players for what they're doing, but you seen the same shit in the NBA. Really, it's the job of the league to protect Caitlin Clark. It's their job to protect her the way they protected Michael Jordan. They saw Michael Jordan getting his ass beat by the Pistons, and so they introduced new rules so that there was greater penalties for excessive physicality, and then so that made it so you couldn't do shit like that anymore, and that opened up the door for very skillful players like Michael Jordan, and it hurt the enforcer type players that would just go out and whoop ass. But and also things like favorable foul calls, right? Those superstar foul, like that's who needs to protect Caitlin Clark. It's the lead. They got to protect her ass, and let it be known you're not going to get overly physical with her without penalty. That's on them. But overall, like, again, I feel good about the WNBA situation. I think it's cool as fuck. I think it's cool as fuck because they've been just the butt of the joke for so long, and now, right, like people are interested. Like to me, that shit is just so cool. That shit is cool as fuck. I'm 21 and my life is over. Yeah, damn. But look, to be fair, I felt the same way at 21. That's when I was really going through it. So I can understand like where they're coming from. Cause when you are at that age, your brain isn't even done fully developing and shit. And I can see how you can get caught up being overly dramatic about your position in life and shit like that. But now I look at things way different. I'm taking my time. I'm just taking my time in life and just going at my own pace, and I'll achieve my goals with due time and effort. But yeah, you see that type of shit all the time. And to me, it seems so crazy now, especially at 32. Especially at 32. But I'm just saying, like, it's really not that bad. I'm on the other side now, so I know it's not that bad. It's about how you take care of yourself, right? It's about how you take care of yourself and how you develop, but also the expectations you place on yourself too. That's that's part of it too. Because I would definitely feel better if I had accomplished more. I'm not acting like I did everything I wanted to do. I wasted a lot of time. I bullshitted and wasted opportunities and shit like that. But, overall, I did enough, to at least feel good about myself and to feel good about my potential and what I could do going into the future. So, I did enough to not feel like complete shit, right? But if you got, again, it's what your expectations are for yourself, right? If you're like, I gotta move out, I gotta have 100K, a wife and 2 kids, then right. But shit. Like for me right now, I would be satisfied if I just had like a decent job, money saved up, and I was going harder with my content creator shit, right? And even then, I can get all that this year. I can get a job this year, save up a few K, and grind it out with the music, content creator shit, and right, I'll be about where I want to be, But if you got super heavy expectations for yourself, then yeah, that could be, that could be bad. Oh man. It's all a mind state. At 20, I felt hopeless because I thought I couldn't change my life. But as I got older, I realized I have more power than I initially thought. I don't know if I felt like hopeless, but I think during that time, I was more so frustrated. I think I was just frustrated, because the reality was I didn't really give a fuck about doing anything with myself until I was like in my late teens, like 17, 18. So you spend 17, 18 years not doing shit and not really being encouraged to do much by, your family, which is really what they're there for. Your mom and your dad, they're supposed to be the ones like guiding you to be ready to take on going into adulthood. I was not ready. Like I had none of this skill, right? Like I was not like I was just figuring out to brush my teeth regularly. Like I was so behind. I was so behind the ball. And so much of my 20s was just figuring out basic shit that I needed to do for myself, you know. And that's why I don't really hold my arrested development against myself so much, because again, you're headed I guess you could say you're headed in the wrong direction for years, and then you finally, right, start moving towards self improvement, right? You're really behind. Like you're behind, and it's gonna take a while because you got to learn the basics. You got to learn like the basic shits about Um, but I think in a way too, it kind of helped me because it made me focus a lot on myself and just going internal, going inside and self reflecting and shit like that, and figuring out who I was. And I think that isolation allowed me to not be influenced too much by my environment in negative ways, probably in some positive ways too, right? Because that's part of the reason why I'm kind of a strange individual too, because all the isolation and time by myself, But yeah, it was an interesting time period. Like I would say my early 20s was definitely the worst though. Like that was the worst. And then mid 20s, that's when I stabilized. That's when I was like, oh yeah, life is great, right? And it's been cool ever since. I've had ups and downs and shit as any normal person would, but I would say overall, it's just crazy. Like when I think back to 24, 25, and forward, how stable, like mentally I've been, is really for me amazing. It's phenomenal. Oh yeah. Jeff Bezos peaked in his late 50s financially and physically. There you go. There's a bit of inspiration. Look, you would always rather be Jake Paul, right? PewDiePie, mid 20s millionaire at the peak of your powers, and right, you would always rather that, right? But it's just not in the cards for everybody to have that, to be that mid 20s millionaire social media influencer or business owner or thousandaire, or I got my charger, whatever, right? But shit, man, if you stay focused and you keep trying and you keep grinding and you never give up on yourself, you can always put yourself in a good position in life to where you can feel, again, you can just, the main thing is that you can feel good about yourself, that you can feel good about yourself and what you accomplish. It's, look, I'm not going to say it's never too late, right? Cuz you might have like 2 days to live and you don't even know it. I don't want to be overly optimistic, but assuming that none of us are going to die in anytime soon, I think we all got potential to be better. We all got potential to do more, you know. And I talked about this in the New Year's video, where I talked about one of the main things I want to change about myself was really making sure that I give it 100%. Because I feel like that's always been my biggest flaw. Chad Marco, the half-asser. As much as I love the neat hickey virgin aesthetic, a lot of that is connected to the very real problem and issue that I've had with just procrastination and laziness. And that's something I've been fighting for. Oh my god, for right. That's been the biggest battle, and definitely I've made a lot of improvement in that area, but there's still so much more room for that. But I feel like I was kind of struggling earlier this year, but now I'm finding a good flow. Like now I'm finding a good level of like consistency with just doing most of what I need to do. It's just hard to put everything together. Like that's the difficult thing about it, you know. Because I always feel like if I'm focusing on one thing, I'm neglecting something else, you know. If I'm focused on my fitness, I'm neglecting the music. If I'm focused on the music, I'm neglecting the job hunt. It's so much shit. But I know I can do it. It's just about proper time management, right? It's just about, you know, managing my time better, you know, and shit like that. Elon Musk peaked later in life. He barely aged, and he was. To be fair, Elon Musk had a hair transplant. I've seen those pictures where he was bald. But good point though, right? Elon Musk now is more powerful than he ever was. You know, that's why people say men age like fine wine. You know, now most men don't. Don't get it twisted. Most guys gonna end up fat with bad knees. Fat, bad knees, fat wife, unappreciative kids. You know, you'll be lucky if you got a career as opposed to a 9 to 5 job. Not trying to put the 9 to 5ers down, but still, you know, I'm just trying to paint the picture here. Because people say that a lot. Men age like fine wine. Most men, nah, you got to work for that shit. It ain't free, right? Like, look at me at 32 and right? But what did I do today? Right? I jogged/walked 5 miles to the gym, worked out for 45 minutes, and jogged/walked 5 miles back. Right? That's the grind people don't see. Like that's right. That's why I look so good. So you gotta work for that shit. I could just as easily be a fat motherfucker sitting right. I could be 300 pounds sitting right here looking like goofy shit. You gotta work for that shit though. You really do. You really do. You know. And like look at like some of these like successful content creators and shit like that, right? Like I don't know how old, like just as an example, Andrew Tate, right? Now he was making good money before he was doing the social media shit, from what I understand. But obviously now he's peaking. He's at the peak of his powers right now. At least from what we can see. You know, maybe he could become president of the world or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, it's just another example of how men just have so many levels to power. Like it ain't just about being mid-20s pretty boy shit. It ain't like that's great, but there are just so many ways a man can really come into unlimited soccer battle theme. But there are so many ways that a man can come into, his true power, right? Just another example, Ty Lue, the basketball coach, right? He was a mid basketball player when he was young. And he's that player that got stepped over by Allen Iverson. That infamous step over moment in the Lakers versus the 76ers finals. He was a mid basketball player, but now he's considered one of the greatest coaches in the league. So he was a mid basketball player when he was young and pretty, and now that he old and ugly, he the right one of the best coaches. So again, that's why as a man, it pays not to give up on yourself. That's all I'm saying. It pays. That's why again, I get that I live with my mom and I'm broke and all that, but I see and I feel and I believe in the potential, right? And like I said, even this year, what happened? I got my fucking license. Big step in the right direction, right? So I hit a bump, got 500 new subscribers off that small penis video. Like you never know. That's why you gotta just keep grinding it out. You gotta keep grinding it out. Yeah, and I feel like by the end of the summer, I'm probably gonna have my next job, right? And then I'll be able to save money. And then I'm giving money to mom. And then so, don't be too hard on yourself. Just set goals and just keep fighting to try to achieve them. Set goals and keep fighting to achieve them. Now, if you want bitches, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, boy. I always find it so funny that I'm so optimistic about life and trying to achieve shit, but I never really believe in making women the priority. Women in relationships are so fickle. I just feel like there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees with that. I never set goals regarding women. Never. Ever. I don't want to deal with it. I just don't want to deal with it. Be hard Champa. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I didn't learn how to clean the cheese. Oh, great. Yeah, it's fantastic. Angel, Caitlyn, Serena, fuck, Mary, kill. Fuck, Mary, kill. That's a good question. Off the bat, I'm gonna kill Serena. You know, just being honest. Even if it's prime Serena, like I'm not that much into the whole muscle mommy thing. You know, I'm not. At least not her. Like I've seen some attractive, like muscular women, but I'm just not big on it. So I'm gonna kill Serena off the bat. Not literally, YouTube. It's a game, so throw her out. Right now, with Angel and Caitlyn, right? Because this is important. Fucking Mary. Really, marriage to me is foolish. So, but if I gotta do it, but in this situation, I gotta do it, right? I feel, I feel like Caitlyn would probably be the better long term mate, and the reason why I say this because I don't know any of them personally, but I'm traumatized by black women because I'm so used to being around masculine, aggressive type black women, and so when I see Angel Reese, to me she's more attractive, you know, like so she's like think long term. I'd rather fuck her over the long term of a marriage, right? Because that would be more enjoyable because she's just more physically attractive. But like my assumption is just that she's probably just too much like a lot of the women that I don't like in my own community. I'll put it like that. But again, it's assumption. I could be wrong. I'm admitting I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized by my environment, which is constantly being around masculine, aggressive black women. So when I see her and them long eyelashes, that's the first thought that comes to my mind. Like she's just like the girls that I don't like in my own community. You know, when I see Caitlyn, it's like, oh, she'll bake me a pie. But she could be crazy as fuck too. She could be cuckoo. Who knows? White girls be crazy too. But if so, what I'm saying is, fuck Angel, marry Caitlyn. But this is only based off the assumption that Angel Reese is an aggressive, masculine black woman, despite being more attractive. And I'm admitting it. I'm admitting that, you know, it's 100% just an assumption. I made a random Street Fighter 3 video. It peaked at 100 views in one day. That's more than my gaming channel gets. My videos get like 10 views. You might outdo me on the gaming front. Sleeper, welcome to the stream. Anime Girl Feet, thank you for listening. I gotta start shopping around. Hold up, let's do something. Let's go back to shopping. Let's go back to shopping real quick. So now I'm realizing that the Ace Magician might not be, or the mini PC might not be the way to go. Might not be the way to go. I saw something else. I think this is what that guy meant when he said 1,000 to 1,500. I just can't afford it. I just can't afford it. Not right now. Unless I get a job pronto. I just won't be. This is one I've had my eye on right here. Skytech Gaming, Nebula Gaming Gaming PC desktop, Intel Core i5, 2.5 gigahertz. That don't sound too great though. Is that bad? Is 2.5 gigahertz bad? 11 TB, 11 terabytes SSD, 16 gigabytes of RAM. That's the main thing I'm looking for. This is the one I'm looking. I'm looking at. Um, like I feel like this is probably about what I'm going to need. Like, do you guys think this is a good pick right here? Because I feel like this is about my max. You know, I could, as crazy as it sounds, I could get up this amount of money, right? If I donate plasma 4 times at the new place, that's 400. I already got a little bit saved up, um, and just doing odd jobs for the family, I get 20, 30 here, 20, 30 there. So, like, if if I put my mind to it, I could probably have this by the end of July. If I stay focused on the goal, I can have this by the end of July. I think this is, but if you guys give me the green light, I don't want to get something bad. That's what I'm saying. Like what um was it redo? What he said earlier about the integrated graphics. Like I was like, what? Yeah, and so this one says graphics card description dedicated. So I'm assuming that means that it's coming straight off the graphic card and not the CPU. This powerful gaming PC is capable of running all your favorite games such as Call of Duty, Fortnite, Escape from Tarkov, Grand Theft Auto 5, Valorant, World of Warcraft, League of Legends, Elden Ring. I still haven't played that yet. I cannot wait to eat some real food, man. You know, I told you guys I went to the gym. I did all that shit on an empty stomach because I've been doing intermittent fasting again. So I'm really starving, and I don't want cake until after I eat real food. I'm gonna tear that cake up though tonight when I get off stream. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tear that shit up. I'm gonna tear that motherfucker down. But yo, what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about this one here? Max screen resolution 1920 by 1080. Is that good? It seemed kind of low. Well, maybe I'm tripping. But a 1 terabyte hard drive and it's an SSD. I've heard SSDs are more stable than the standard ones. I know I've lost a lot of not a lot, but several external hard drives because they're so fragile. I had one external hard drive that died because I was transferring my Dogen collection from from it to my other laptop, and the laptop turned off because I hit the power cord, and that killed the hard drive, bro. Like just the fact that it was transferring files and the computer shut off in the middle of it, like it killed the crazy shit, bro. That's why, I got as they say, when you do backups, you have a father and a grandfather. So you get two backups. You get a backup for the backup. Windows 11, 27 pounds. Yeah, I mean, I don't see how those mini PCs can be so powerful. I mean, I know size isn't everything, but still, man, like 27, that's a lot. Like that's a lot of space for some technology shit. Again, I don't know what half of this stuff is, but processor, RAM, memory speed, chipset brand Nvidia, classic, graphics card RAM size, 6 GB. Is that good? Is that good? Two USB ports. Ugh. Oh God. Two. I got three on this piece of shit. Granted, I could buy um one of those things where you have like multiple USB ports and then you plug that into the computer so you have more USB ports. So that's not a big deal. You can get around that by just buying the right device. But still, it's like, why you charging that much and you can't even put three damn? Yeah, I feel like three is the bare minimum these days, right? I'm using all mine right now. One for the mic, one for the webcam, and one for the Ethernet cable, because my actual Ethernet port is destroyed. Let's see. Customers like the performance, gaming, and value of the computer. They mention that it runs like a dream. It's perfect for both gaming and creative work and is well worth the price. They are also satisfied with appearance and ease of setup. That said, some complain about the blue screen. Opinions are mixed on quality and noise. All right. The computer is excellent and my opinion is unchanged, but this was 8 months ago and the system was deeply discounted when I bought it. A problem with pre-built systems sold through retailers is that older systems are sold as new, but with parts that have been superseded by new ones. Okay, I got you. Thanks, homie. It's very detailed, but okay. Amazing, exceeded all expectations. I'm a streamer on Twitch. I've been using a very old and very outdated SkyTech gaming PC running. I always had to stream everything at the lowest possible settings. I understand. Oh God, I'm doing that now. I would stream so much on Twitch. I would stream a lot more if I didn't have to stream in such low quality, bro. Cause then I could stream as I record. Like, you see what I'm saying? And it would be so much better. If I get this, you're gonna see me on Twitch a lot more. But yeah, what do you guys think? You guys know anything about this damn computer? Let me know. Shit. Muscle mommy gives off trans vibes. Sometimes y'all be careful with that. Poor Serena, that ass was so fat in that one picture. I mean, look, I get the appeal of prime Serena. I'm just saying, I'd rather have a traditionally feminine woman. You know, if I met like a muscular woman at the gym and she at least was proportioned right, mm, yeah, you know, I give it a shot. But if I got a choice, I'm gonna definitely go with a more feminine woman. You know, I ain't mad at you, strong black. Well, yeah, that's all I'm saying, bro. Like, cause I'm not trying to put black women down as a whole. I'm just being honest. Like we are products of our environment, and we are affected by what we see and experience growing up. And when I was growing up, I saw way more masculine, aggressive black women as opposed to women that were like really feminine, you know. But again, that's our environment, you know. When you grow up in the projects around the hoods and shit like that, you know. And so when I see Angel Reese, she reminds me of those kind of girls, right? She reminds me of those kind of like hoodish. And again, I don't know her background. I'm just saying them eyelashes, bro. Like them eyelashes. That's what does it. That's what does it for me. It's like, but she could be the sweetest girl, right? She could be the sweetest girl walking on earth, for all I know. I'm just traumatized, and I'm admitting to that. Porn star Emily Willis is in a coma due to cardiac arrest. I don't even know who the fuck she is. Maybe I can recognize her. I probably seen her sucking dick somewhere. She got 2 million followers for what? Oh, what they say that she's I don't know, like I don't know, it seems like she's recovering. Pornographic actress. Oh, I don't know. I feel like I've seen her before, but she ain't one of my go-tos. She pretty average. I like that beak though. I like that beak. That nose is cute. I like a girl with a big nose. I got strange taste in women. Okay. You're not alone, Chad. I saw black women on X complaining that most of Caitlyn Simps are black men. I think that I think it's kind of like what I was saying earlier. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I think we have a better perspective of what's going to fuck on. And I'm just gonna say it. I think we have a better perspective because what women in general need to understand is that we don't give a fuck about the WNBA. Like, we're not saying anything out of prejudice or nothing. We understand how shit works when it comes to what made the NBA successful and why the WNBA is not successful. That's all we care about. We not gonna sit here and cape for a mid white girl for no reason. Like, we have been trying to put them on it's just like how they refused to put Caitlin Clark on the Olympic team, right? Foolish. And so their justification for not putting Caitlin Clark on the Olympic team is that she's a rookie with no experience, and there are a lot of better players ahead of her. True facts. True. These are the facts, right? But remember, the WNBA were the ones complaining about pay gap and money, right? When you look at the NBA, they have always understood that marketing is important. Sometimes you got to bend the rules for the money, for the eyeballs, for the attention, for the press. If you go back to the Dream Team, you remember when they started allowing professional players to play in the basketball Olympics, and then they went all out. They put Jordan, Barkley, Magic Johnson, like they assembled a crazy team and they whooped ass, right? But they had, I think, Christian Laettner, who was fresh out of college. Why? Because he was one of the most popular college players in the fucking world. They had Larry Bird. Larry Bird at that point was washed up, all due respect, but he had a bad back injury years ago and his conditioning was getting worse and worse over the years. Like by 91, 92, he was done. But they were like, it's the name, Larry Bird. We gotta have him on the team. Magic Johnson at that point was diagnosed with HIV and he had retired. But it's Magic fucking Johnson. There were better players that were arguably more deserving of a spot on that team. But the league understands that it ain't just about the talent and the ball. It's about the marketing aspect of it. The Dream Team, what makes it look so amazing is that you have Magic with Jordan and Larry, and like that's part of what gave it the aesthetic, even if they were less effective than what you would have hoped. It was just the fact that they was there that makes the Dream Team so special. You feel me? And so you put Caitlin Clark, yes, she's a rookie, got a lot of growing pains to go through, but just the fact that she's on the team, she ain't even got to play heavy minutes. It ain't like she got to start. Nobody would expect her to start, but just the fact that she's there, right? if you guys, if it's a easy game, y'all up 30 in the fourth quarter, put Caitlyn in for 5 minutes to clean up. But see, this is we not simping. We're telling them what the fuck, how this shit work. I don't want to jump the gun and say they're jealous, but they're not following the money blueprint that the NBA established. You want NBA money, but you're not doing NBA shit. So I don't want to hear nothing about no pay gap when y'all won't even do the basic simple shit that the NBA been doing. Another example, right? There's always been speculation that the draft, when Patrick Ewing was coming into the league, there's been a lot of speculation that that draft was rigged so that New York could get him, because New York is a big market, that's a team with a lot of money, right? So you get one of the best college players coming to the league. You don't want him going to a small market. Send him to fucking New York. They need that. This has never been confirmed. Again, this is theory, conspiracy, speculation. But a lot of people believe that the NBA rigged the draft to get Patrick Ewing to New York. Why? Because it made financial sense. Why are we going to leave the money to the luck of the draw when we can just send his ass over there? Right? And a lot of people speculate the same thing with LeBron James, because a lot of people find it suspicious that he got drafted to his hometown, Cleveland. And so a lot of people feel like they rigged the draft for him to go to his home, right? Because of, money reasons. So again, man, it ain't about simping. The reason why we are even giving our input is because we remember women bitching and complaining about the money. And now the money is coming and y'all about to fuck it up. This is great. Who would ever thought I'd be having WNBA talk? Adriana Shekic too. I talked to her one time on Twitch. That's the only interaction I got. Damn. I've never talked to a porn star. I feel like I got some catching up to do. I asked her if she would sleep with her fans. She didn't like that question. I feel like she probably, well, I don't know about now, but the smart porn stars, they would use the porno industry to give themselves a bigger name so that they could charge ridiculous prices for escorting. From what I understand, the money as far as pornography is not even in doing the scenes. It's in giving yourself a name. Because you got to think about it. Adriana, whatever the fuck, imagine her without the name. Like, imagine she's just some Craigslist back page prostitute. She can't charge motherfuckers $2,000 an hour, $3,000 an hour. When girls get into the porn industry, they become the fantasy of thousands and hundreds of thousands of men. It's like it elevates their value and their stock in terms of the escorting and prostitution game. That's really where the money is at. Because again, an average girl cannot charge $2,000-$3,000 an hour, but an average girl that's going on the adult film industry circuit, all the major websites, and she's being seen by all these guys. Okay. Now I can charge $1,500 an hour, $2,000 an hour because I'm fulfilling the fantasy of a man that's been masturbating to me for years, shit like that. So, going back to the original question, if I had to guess, she probably has fucked her fans, just not for free. I would assume most porn stars do escorting on the side because that's where a lot of the money is at. But maybe it's not like that anymore because of social media simps too. When you got social media simps, they, with the donating and all that, and, giving them views and I don't know, however the fuck they make money from that shit. Stack that plasma. I'm thinking about it. I ain't done it in a while, bro. It's just like I just hate putting my body through that shit. And I'm not saying it like it was just a terrible experience, but I noticed that the more I did it, the more I would feel like the after effect. Like I would get cramps in my legs at night. And sometimes when I would play fighting games, my thumb would lock up, right? And that normally never, like, it would literally just lock up, like, for real. And once I stopped donating, all that shit go away. So I know from experience that if I keep doing it, it does have an effect on my body. Like, and that's the only thing about it, bro. I just I'm trying to get out the game, you know. You know what I'm saying? You trying to quit the game, like the drug game, and but you need that damn rent. But the reason why I'm considering it this time though is because they open a new place. So the one I go to is right down the street. The one I used to go to right down the street, right? But when I first started going there, when they first opened, they were paying good. They were paying good. Like, even after the initial, like, your first visits were like 100 each, like the first 2 or 3, 4 times, something like that. After that, though, it would level out to about, you could donate twice a week, right? And so I was making like $125 a week, but like around there, like 110, 120, something like that a week, right? Just to sit in the chair for like 45 minutes, 2 days out the week. Where what really made it difficult was when it was crowded. Oh my, when they first opened that place, the whole hood came out, bro. Like everybody was there. And the worst part of the experience was waiting to get in the fucking chair to donate. Like you could spend easily like 2 hours and 30 minutes waiting to donate. Just waiting. Cause they only got so many chairs and so many people working in there. And and whatnot, right? that was Those were the dark ages. But now it's not as crowded like that anymore, because everybody done kind of made their money and moved on and shit, so it's more leveled out. But they don't pay as good anymore over there, but they got a new one that just opened up. And from what my friend told me, your first 4 donations, you get 100 each, so that's 400. Hard to pass up on that. I feel like I should just do it. Just get that 400 and just dip out, right? Native USBs are always better. Don't say that. Don't say that. I'm not surprised though. Yeah, that too, man. That too. I'm not surprised. You had to give me the bad news. Damn. I still might get it though, bruh. Cause again, I told you I'm gonna have to take a L somewhere. Cause I just can't afford it. So I can't have everything. I gotta take a L somewhere. So if I gotta get that USB extension, you know, I bought my Alienware laptop off a Dell website, the one I got for $500. It lasted. i5 is really old. My 20-year-old laptop has the i5. The NVIDIA RTX 350 is mid-tier, but it would probably work for FL Studio and video editing. Hard drives and RAM are cheap and can be upgraded easily later. Huh. Okay, that's some good knowledge right there. i5 is really old. But considering the specs, do you think that I would have an issue with it, considering like what I do, right? Because I'm mostly concerned about the video editing and music production side. I would like to game on it, but I'm not like some graphics I'm not like some graphics obsessed nerd that's got to crank everything up. So based on like what I was looking at, like, do you guys think like that? Like, could I play Street Fighter Six? Right? Could I play Street Fighter Six, Resident Evil 2 remakers, and shit like that? That's what I'm saying. I'm done with PC gaming. Too addictive. I'll stick to my PlayStation for now. Yeah, I might want to be careful how I ease into it. When I say I was obsessed with Fallout 4, I swear, dude, the whole April, I spent the whole April playing Fallout 4, bro. I'm not even joking. Like, the whole April. Like, that shit scared me. That shit scared me from wanting the game for a while, bro. Cause I don't think I've ever played a game obsessively like that before in my life. Happy birthday, dude. Hey, and Genter. Welcome to the stream. Got an OG here. A valuable member of the clan. Let's just say she's an innocent looking girl known for doing crazy stuff. I'll look her up. I'll definitely look her up. I want to give you guys a name. I got to give you guys a porn star name, like somebody that I'm into right now. Let me try to think. You know what? I love Willow Ryder. Oh my god, I love that boy, that light skinned bitch. Oh god, let me see if I can get a picture of her. That's not explicit. Let me see here. I'm not gonna lie, she got some piano board teeth. I mean, she got some piano, she got some piano key teeth. I just noticed that. But yeah, like to me, great performer, great performer. You know, her face is again, it's the teeth for me. She got her teeth funny looking to me, but she got a great body for sure, and she light skinned too. Let me see here. Let me just make sure. All right, because I don't want titties to pop up and get me in trouble over here. All right, let me put you guys on game real quick. Yeah, this is one of my favorites right here. Willow Ryder, light skinned mulatto chick. She got a great ass, great butt. I'm not sure she got a it looks mostly natural, but if she got any kind of work done, I'm impressed because it's barely noticeable. But she got a great body and she nasty as fuck. That's all that matters. But yeah, that's one of my current favorites for sure. Willow Ryder. Um, yeah, I ain't gonna go too hard on that. I ain't gonna start name dropping all night. Lucid, welcome to the stream. Hello, Mr. Chad Marco. In chat, I just woke up. 1:07 a.m. Time to play WoW and shit post. I feel you. I feel you. Make sure you guys post my videos on 4chan too. Help promote the channel. You know, if you see an appropriate opportunity, then make sure you post it on 4chan. That's what I try to do anyway. Like if I see a video not a video, but a thread pertaining to a video that I made, I try to slide. Right? I'll try to slide a link in there real quick. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Leave me alone. Then I got back into JRPGs. Oh yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. I can't wait to get a new computer because I've been waiting to stream Persona 5 Royal like this whole time. Like that's like, and I don't want to stream it in, shitty quality like I got going on over here. I want to stream it in something decent. But when I get my new computer, that's one of the first things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start my Persona 5 Royal streams. I used to read comics on my iPad 1 donating plasma a good time. I would listen to like audiobooks and shit or just look at random YouTube videos. Something like that. But I got a friend, he's donated so much plasma. I mean, his like all that part of his arm is like he like a heroin addict. New Vegas is considered the best Fallout. Personally, I never played 4, but 3 was my favorite, but it is close with New Vegas. I know New Vegas is beloved on V. I was talking to June. June was one of the transsexuals that I had interviewed on the podcast. And I was talking to June about Fallout. And we were just talking about how beloved that shit is on V. Like V is absolutely obsessed with Fallout New Vegas. They love that shit. There are a lot of games that are kind of like, you kind of get a mixed perception. Like I've made Fallout 4 threads on V, and I know that when I make those threads, mixed reception. Like people love it, people hate it. Some people think it's mid, but New Vegas is just like they worship that game. They worship that game. If I'd ever seen a game on V that was almost universally loved, is that one. But you know what's funny? When I played New Vegas, I didn't like it that much. I didn't hate it, but not counting the first two, because we know the first two are just right. They're hard to get into. I'll put it like that. Not bad games, just hard to get into. Dated. But out of 3, 4 at New Vegas was the one I had the most trouble getting into. I love 3. The only reason why I stopped playing it was because of that level cap, which is to this day, I think that's so ridiculous, bro. I can't believe they did that. In Fallout 3, I believe they made the game so that you could only continue to level up if you bought the DLC. And that's why I stopped playing. Let me look that up real quick. Maybe I'm not remembering it correctly, but I could have sworn like that's what stopped me from playing that game obsessively the way I did for Fallout 3 level cap. Yeah, okay, let me see here. The max level in Fallout 3 is level 20 unless you have purchased the Broken Steel add-on, which raises the cap to 30. Bro, that is inexcusable. So how do you get it up to 100? Like, can you go beyond that? Bro. But that's the main reason why I stopped playing that game. And that's why I kept playing Fallout 4. Because you can keep playing it and keep, like, my Fallout 4 character is like level 100 something, like 114. But yeah, back to New Vegas. I was playing oh, fuck. You ever get like a pain behind your eyeball? I was playing New Vegas. I was playing New Vegas, and don't get me wrong, I liked it, but I didn't obsess over it the way I did with 3 and 4. Like with 3 and 4, I was just in it, and I finished them. I never finished New Vegas. That's what I remember. I never finished it. I never finished New Vegas. I'm not saying it's bad. I just find it funny that the one that they loved the most was the one that I didn't get into like the other ones. I've got a Ryzen 7 solid GPU. Okay, we got a good review here. You're gonna leave me alone. Yeah, that was my niece wishing me a happy birthday. It's probably her fault. The internet been fucked up. right? Because she's home all the time for the summer. Hottest black girl, in my opinion, was probably Audrey James when she was young. Let me look. I can't help but look these up when I hear them. Audrey, I don't recall her though, and I should know. I'm an OG with this shit. Let me see what she looked like. I might recognize the face. Audrey James. Audrey James. I took the thing off the. Okay, I had to make sure. Had to make sure. Because who knows? Audrey James. I mean, she alright. She know all that. She kind of mid. She mid. She mid. I give her a mid. She mid. Who's the other one? Don't give me no mid girls in here. Tyra Moore. Isn't that the one with the big titties? I think I remember that one. Let me see. Ain't that the one with the big old titties? Yeah, I liked her. But the only thing bad about her is that all she had was, a good complexion, kind of pretty face and big titties. Like her butt and the rest of her body was kind of unremarkable. But I remember at least I remember those titties. Look, since we going old school, let me drop an old school black girl, right? Jasmine Cashmere. Does anybody remember Jasmine Cashmere? If you don't, oh my God. Whoa, that's a great one. That was great. Light skin, pretty face, big titties. I think she had a breast implant, but it was the good. I think if she did, it was the good kind that looked more natural because it retained the sag. It wasn't like the Botons. Nice butt, nice body, nasty as fuck, sloppy, right? But yeah, she's from like a earlier generation. Like she's from that mid 2000s generation of black female porn stars. You know what's crazy? She's a pastor now. She found God, and she found somebody to wife her up. Oh my Lord. I mean, as long as they're happy, that's all that matters. But it just goes to show that women never lose in this game. They never lose in this game unless they just choose defeat. This woman nasty, just sucking and fucking all kind of dick, and then finds God. Now she's a pastor. Got a husband, living a normal life, right? Kind of like the whole Riley Reid situation. I mean, women can just, you can say what you want about women being whores and all that, but they can always easily pivot from a life of promiscuity, as we like to say over here, into being a family woman, a wife, a mother, and things like that. Track marks, yeah. His look like I got a little bit. I got a little bit, but his is like he look like he do heroin, but all he do is donate plasma all the time. Have you played? Oh no, I gotta play. Yeah, maybe I'll do that before Royal. Haven't played it yet. Yeah, so when I get my PC, I'm gonna do Persona 3. Well, it'll be Persona 3 Royal or Persona 3 Royal, Persona 5 Royal or Persona 3 Reloaded first. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Just to bring in the new era. But I'm telling you, if I buckle down, I think I could get that shit by the end of July. I could get that shit by the end of July. I got a little bit saved up. If I donate plasma 4 times at the new place, that's 400, right? And then from there, I just gotta make probably like another 3 or something like that. So yeah. So y'all make sure you sign up for the Patreon. They got different tiers: $1 tier, $10 tier, $25 tier. right? I'm trying to get the Patreon jumping. We got a new song dropping tomorrow. I'm glad that the stream finally stabilized. God damn. But the bad thing about it, I want to eat so bad. But I gotta finish out. I gotta give the people what they want. I really want to just go eat. Let me eat another piece of this cake. Mm, 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 mm. Damn, it is good though. Yeah, pretty good. I got my Fairlife milk in there. Oh my god, boy, I'm about to throw it down tonight. I'm watching me a horror movie and shit. I'm gonna cook me some tendies with some barbecue sauce and chicken wait. I got it mixed up. Tendies, fries, barbecue sauce. I got my cake. I got my Fairlife milk. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have a good night. I'll probably play P5R when I finish Final Fantasy 7 remake. No rush to jump into Rebirth. Don't mention that game here. We don't talk about Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth over here. Dude, I'm still mad about the Tifa design. I'll never get over it. I'll never play that game unless it's on PC with big titty Tifa mods. Just can't do it. What a disrespect to that character to do what they did. You can easily kill everything in Fallout 3 by level 20, including multiple Deathclaw. Look, I get it, but I'm talking about the obsession, right? Because more power is always appealing. And being able to get another perk, another one, like just that's part of what made Fallout 4 so addicting for me, especially in survival mode, which is gonna kick your ass up until like level 50, level 60 anyway. And so you get obsessed with getting more power and just wanting to turn the tables. And then on top of that, like you gain new abilities that allow you to interact with the world differently. So you could have spent half the game using firearms, and then you're like, well, fuck it, let me pivot to being a melee guy. That's the importance of being able to just continually level up and shit, because then you can just keep it allows the game to keep opening up more and more because you can do more, you gain more abilities, and you can do more shit. It's like with my current character, I spent the first half of the game without putting any points into lock picking or hacking. Now at like level 100, I'm just now putting points into that, and I'm unlocking the shit that I previously couldn't get into. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what keeps the game addicting, man. So I can't co-sign that decision. I can't co-sign it. Level 99 or nothing. If I would have known that, I would have never bought that game. I ain't even gonna lie. If I had known that, I would have never bought that shit. Level cap 20? Like, what the fuck? Like, who do that? Absurd. But that's the cucks totted again. Yes, I got totted. Straight up. I got totted. I'm letting it be known. BioWare were best Western RPG developers. Maybe that's why New Vegas got. Wait, no. New Vegas was developed by Obsidian, right? Not BioWare. BioWare did Mass Effect and Dragon Age, right? Boy, I love Mass Effect. Boy, Mass Effect 1 and 2? 2? Garrus? The bro? Oh, man. I feel like Mass Effect had one of the most enjoyable romantic subplots, right? Where you can select a character to romance. I feel like few games did it as well as Mass Effect, Not comparing it to like visual novels and shit where that's what it's all about. But I mean, like, I won't say like a standard video game, not a visual novel hentai game. but like an actual like video game. I played Massive. From my memory, Mass Effect had one of the most enjoyable. Choose basically select your love interests, subplots. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed it. That was after the whole Oblivion horse armor DLC. Bethesda still hasn't learned. They'll never learn. That was really that was that controversial though. The like I do remember what you're talking about, but I don't remember people being like super upset about it. Let me look that up real quick. Tyler Moore. Oh shit. Oblivion horse armor DLC. So it did come up. The birth of DLC.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm Josh Hayes, and today we celebrate the 15-year anniversary of one of the greatest moments in video game history. The day that companies realized they could put absolutely no effort into something and still make massive profits. The day game development changed as an art form into a production line. The day that microtransactions became the industry standard. I am talking, of course, about the Elder Scrolls Oblivion's horse armor. Now, if you don't know the story, nay, the legend, nay, the myth of horse armor, then grab a drink and settle in as we go back in time to look at the day that DLCs proved they were the future of gaming and of gaming monetization. This also shows the changing development and focus of Bethesda, and there's a fascinating example of how game design changed from a less is more mindset to a less is less but still makes money mindset. Before we begin, consider dropping a like on the video or subscribing to the channel for more gaming stuff. Ring the bell so you don't miss a single future video. And a massive thank you to all the Patreon supporters and Twitch subs who make the channel possible.
I wish I had that many Patreon supporters.
Bethesda. You know Bethesda, they're the company that
I got like 8.
and release them unfinished and proceed to fix them, sometimes if you're lucky. Well, believe it or not, many years ago they used to be really, really good, and they're responsible for breaking many gaming industry world records. For this video, we need to look at the long-running Elder Scrolls franchise, starting with Arena back in 1994, which was, let's look at some prices. Morrowind on release cost about a game, or even a whole expansion, or even a quest. What if, instead of selling the players actual content, we sold them a single in-game graphical asset? Enter horse armor. At this point in time, in-game content was still being distributed on discs, so games companies needed to actually fill the disc. It was a point of pride, a point of honor, a selling point if you said this game is massive and you only have to buy one disc. But the age of digital DLC was now beginning, so selling smaller editions was actually now preferable. Players didn't want to download 50 gigabytes worth of stuff on slow internet, but they'd happily download a few megabytes directly and digitally. This made sense as a new business model. So Bethesda slapped a $2.50 price tag on horse armor and let players buy it. And guess what happened? Players complained. It was useless. It was pointless. It didn't even actually protect your horse. It had no stats. It gave nothing. Literally all it did was make your horse look like it was wearing armor. And once you paid your $2.50 to unlock it, the first set of horse armor you claimed in the game was free, but then after that you had to pay 500 in-game gold for every additional set. So you didn't even get the in-game item for free in the game. But you know what players also did, along with complaining? They bought horse armor.
Oh God, you know what, man? Like that shit is depressing when you think about it. I feel like we become so accustomed to DLC. We've let that beast become like all encompassing and completely dominating the industry, bro. Like to think that that was one of the earliest examples of like, bad deals. And to be fair, I'm not against like the concept of DLC, but I do believe that it's abused. I feel like developers abuse it to get more to get a lot of money. Um, but the only thing that I'll say is this: I I hate DLC. Like this might sound weird, but the DLC that is actually important that they charge money for, I hate that more than the cosmetic shit because I feel like the cosmetic stuff is like optional. So if you want to buy some goddamn horse armor, and then cool, drop the 250 because it doesn't matter whether you don't whether you buy it or not. It's a personal choice. But I'm speaking from the perspective of a fighting game player. What we have now in the fighting game community with these games, where they drop in the game with like 16, 18 characters and then selling 16, 18 characters later, 20, 30. Oh my God. And Dragon Ball Fighter Z is the perfect example of that, where they were dropping characters that were just completely broken and OP that on a competitive level, you almost had to have them. Like when they dropped GT Goku, when they dropped Lab Coat, like that's what, or in Tekken, when they dropped Leroy, right? Like that's what I hate about that shit. When they make the DLC that becomes almost a necessity to buy. Like as far as like, in competition and whatnot. And even then, it's just like you playing a fighting game. You want to have a full roster. You gotta like with Dragon Ball Fighter Z, you had to pay $5 every DLC. In fact, let me do the math right now. Let's figure this out. So when Dragon Ball Fighter Z released, let's say it was released for $60, right? So let's say you paid $60 for Dragon Ball Fighter Z. How many DLC characters in Fighters Z? The base roster includes 21 characters, with 3 additional characters being unlocked through gameplay, and a further 20 being released as paid downloadable content. So you have 20 DLC characters. 5 times 20 is what? 100. So you pay the base game. The game is $60. The other characters are 100. So the extra characters are worth more than the whole game. Robbery. And you know what? I like the idea of DLC, especially as a means of supporting your favorite developers. So again, if you're selling cosmetic shit, I can feel good about buying it because it's like, okay, I know that this is just extra money for the developer. I feel better about that than having to pay $100 for the extra characters that we're all gonna fucking want when the base game doesn't even cost that much. And it's gonna get worse and worse. I noticed with Street Fighter 6, I think the DLC characters like based on like the coin system, they're worth like I think $5.50 or $6 or something like that. And this is the fucked up thing about what Capcom did. So the only way you can buy the DLC characters, you have to buy the in-game currency. But look, this is what's fucked up about it. The smallest currency package you can buy is not enough to get a character. If you buy enough to afford a character, then you're going to have enough to get the character and a little bit more left over. And so what that does is it incentivizes you to continue buying the in-game currency, because after you buy a character, you'll have money left. They don't allow you to just spend the amount needed for the fucking character. Like it's really some shady shit. Like DLC is really like shady shit. But I think we've accepted it. Really, it's our fucking fault as gamers. It's our fault. You know, and not that to put too much pressure on ourselves, because we're talking about millions of people across the world and shit. Not like we're gonna fucking unionize about it. We probably should though. But yeah, I think that's the DLC battle is one that we lost for sure. We lost that. We lost the DLC battle, bro, because we got too used to it. We got too complacent. I'm complaining about Dragon Ball Fighters, but I bought damn near every character but GT Goku and Lab Coat. Anyone got a link to the Discord server? I'm opening the Discord server soon. I always say that, but I am. Cashmere Night, yes. Yes. That light skinned bitch was nasty. I mean, she was sloppy with it. No such thing as a good breast implant. I think I've seen only like two good times, one including Ava at look. I'm not a fan myself. I'm just saying I think the ones where they don't look like Botons, they're fine with me. The ones that got the sag, right? I can live with that. It's the Boton ones that I don't like. But the thing about Jasmine Cashier was that she was a thicker woman. And I think she probably had, her breasts were probably somewhat saggy, a little saggy anyway. And so if she did get breast implants, you know, they had probably a lot of fat to work with to stuff them in there, and they gave them that saggy look, right? I just don't like when they look like my chest. Females cannot lose. You're right. Yeah, women have to choose defeat. They have to wake up and say, I'm gonna lose today. They gotta wake up and be like, you know what? I want to take a L. Because women, they can always pivot. We talk all this shit about body count and hoes and never turn a hoe into a housewife. Like, bro, look at that police. Remember that white female police officer that was fucking all the black guys, all the black police officers and shit, and how she flipped the situation to make herself out to be the victim, and then she got a payout. Let me see. White female police officer, black guys. Okay. Oh wait, ooh, that ain't right. That ain't right. White female police officer who had sex with the black man. I forgot her name, so I just know the circumstances. Yeah, okay. I think this is it. Oh my god. Oh, this shit, boy. I'm mad. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I don't even want to read this shit. I'm mad just looking at the headline, bro. I'm mad. But let's do it. I'm mad, bro. Look at this shit right here, bro. Ex-Tennessee cop Megan Hall fired over sex tryst with 6 other officers settles federal lawsuit that would cost city whopping $500K. So this white woman wanted some black dick, got what she wanted, and then when the tables turned and made her look like who she is, she was able to flip it and turn it into $500K. Women don't lose in this game. I'm telling you. Yes, I'm not going to support you. Please. You're the fucking New York Post. What you need my help for? Get out of the way. Let me read the fucking article. A former Tennessee cop who got axed for her tryst with 6 other officers on the job has settled her federal civil lawsuit against her former employer for a whopping $500K. Megan Hall claims she was sexually groomed by a cadre of male colleagues on the force, sued the city of Laverne last year after word of her raunchy rumps made national headlines. On Wednesday, the Laverne board voted 3-1 at a special meeting to settle the suit. Oh my God, bro. Groomed. She claims she was groomed. This is what I'm saying, bro. This is why women are fucking dangerous. When y'all wonder why I don't give a fuck about being a virgin, it's shit like this. Women are fucking dangerous, dog. And look, I'm not saying it like I was there, but I wholeheartedly believe that this is a situation of fat mid-white woman that loves black dick. Y'all know that meme about black guys and fat white women? Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. But look how she was able to turn the tables, dog. Look at Justin Timberlake, bruh. Damn, JT, get it together, nigga. Don't be so quick to walk away. Dance with me, I wanna rock your body. Please stay. Dance with me, you don't have to admit you wanna. Oh, that song, boy. Justin Timberlake, when he was going through his trying to be a black guy phase. Oh, boy. But anyway, man. The city denies any admission of liability and no taxpayer funds will be spent to settle this lawsuit. According to an internal investigation, Hall hooked up with several colleagues, sent them nude pictures, and went topless in a Girls Gone Wild themed hot tub party, and even performed oral sex on 2 cops while on duty. She also allegedly had a threesome with one of the cops and his wife. And her husband stayed with him. In her lawsuit, Hall claimed that her encounters began with an affair with Powell and led to the others in the department targeting her until she gave it. Bro. Bro, I swear, bro. Like, this shit just, I'm so mad. Dude. This shit is so ridiculous. She's a fucking hoe. She's a fucking hoe who like black dick, and y'all had to give her $500K. They targeted me until I gave in. You could have said no. So she says, I know what most people are saying. You could have said no, I get it. But my response to them is I did say no, and Powell wouldn't take no for an answer. No, bitch. What do you mean he didn't take no for an answer? Did he grab you physically and take the pussy? If he did not, you said yes. Did he grab you by the fucking collar, throw you against the wall, pull your pants down and fuck you? No. Even if you said no, and said yes the 10th time, you said yes. Hall's lawyer, Wesley Clark, said last year the young ex-cop never had a chance. Have you ever heard of fucking HR? If that's, bro, oh my God, dude. You go to the H&R department with this bullshit, like they would have a field day with them niggas. Bro, oh my God. But let me stop. I'm gonna stop right here, bro, because I'm gonna blow my top. This is my birthday. This is my birthday. Fuck that shit. But man, I swear, dude, women don't lose. This is what I'm saying, bro. Women are fucking dangerous, dog. It fucking dangerous, bro. Oh boy. I'm gonna hit that Patreon at least a handful of months. Yes, even if you gotta get on the dollar tier. I got a $1 tip for the broke niggas. I got a $1 tip for the broke niggas. Y'all get on that Patreon, bro. I'm dropping some new songs from the robot music album up there. I got a new one coming out tomorrow. I'm telling you, some vibes. Oh boy. But seriously, give me money. Shaking my head. You should be vegan. Fairlife milk doesn't give them a fair. Dude, you the one that left that goddamn comment on the on that You the one that left that goddamn comment. Hold up. Hold up here. Hold up, that ain't right. There we go. Hold up. Fuck them damn cows. Oh, thanks for reminding me. Damn good too. Oh man. But look, I don't know. Look, maybe one day I'll go vegan. If I gotta put my mind to it. I gotta think of. I've never really taken serious consideration into like vegetarianism or veganism. You know, it's like coming to a guy like, "Hey, you want to be a Christian?" Like, motherfucker, I ain't never heard of Jesus. I ain't never, I ain't never read no Bible. No, I ain't never thought about that shit. I'm a heathen, right? But if I do the research and look into it and it resonates with me, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Then maybe I'll take steps towards making those changes to my diet. But I'm just saying right now, nah, it's not really. I'm saying that it's not really a concern for me. I ain't worried about no goddamn cows. Man, I would be eating people if I had to. I'd be out here eating human. Yuffie hot as fuck in Rebirth. Yeah, but I was never really like a big Yuffie fan though. Final Fantasy VII was in my top three games of all time. I played it back in 2000 as my first game on PS2. I got for Christmas. That's not a bad pick. My number one, if you've seen the video game episode of How to Be a NEET, my number one is definitely Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I gotta do a playthrough of that. Oh man, I just remembered. But that's my number one. That's my number one for sure. But Final Fantasy VII, not bad. Not bad. I think the only reason why I don't hold it in as high acclaim is that it wasn't my first one. My first like real deal Final Fantasy experience was Final Fantasy VIII, and I loved it as a kid, but I hate it now because I know how poorly designed it is. I did a whole video about it. Eight was my personal favorite. Kista's still my waifu, and definitely the best girl. Still the best girl, but the best girl never wins. That's how it is. The best girl never. It had to be the girl who was already used up by Safer. That was his name, right? Safer, Cipher. I feel like I never say it right. Too bad I was. Oh, big hit Darmaka. I just realized you were here. Damn. Welcome. Too bad I was never really a Fallout kind of guy. It's a great game. Definitely recommend 4. Survival mode. I never liked Mass Effect. I pirated it and I didn't even finish it. You know what's funny? I like Mass Effect, but not really for the gameplay. I didn't really like the combat as much as I just like the storytelling, which sounds kind of corny, but I did. I like the storytelling, just exploring the galaxy, if you will, and the overall feeling of like choice, right? The feeling of having an effect on the outcome of events and things like that. I think that's what I really liked about it more than anything else. But it's funny because the combat, when I think about it, the combat was mid as fuck. But I did like it. I did like the game overall. I mean, also Persona games never seem interesting to me. No, I'm playing. If you never played it, then whatever, you know. I would recommend. I would recommend Persona though, personally. And and they just released Persona 3 Reload. So if you've never played Persona, start with Persona 3 Reload. Because you might not want to go back to the old original version unless you're like me, a boomer, and you don't mind playing older games. But if you ever give a fuck about wanting to see what Persona is all about, then you probably want to go, or just go for 5. You can just go for, like, 'cause it's not like you need to know what happened in 3 to understand 4, or because everyone is kind of separate from the next. It's almost like Final Fantasy in that it's in that the story of 2 doesn't have anything to do with 1, and 3 doesn't have anything to do with 2, and 4 doesn't have anything to do with 3, right? It just the gameplay is the same. Well, actually, the gameplay changed dramatically going from 2 to 3. Persona 1 and 2, both 2s, there's Persona 2 Innocent Sin, Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, but those first 3 Persona games way different from Persona 3 and going forward. After doing Persona 3 and going forward, that's when they embraced the whole social link aspect and splitting the game between dungeon crawling and living the ordinary life of a teenager in high school. The first 3 games weren't like that. They were set in, like, you were high school students, but it was primarily just dungeon crawling. I'm nerding out, aren't I? Resident Evil 4 is top 10 games of all time. Oh, easily, easily. For me, now that I think about it though, and I could be going off my original list from How to Be a NEET, but when I think of Resident Evil 1, that's got to be in my top 10 somewhere. I would put 1 over 4 personally, but that's my personal taste because I'm more into like traditional survival horror, right? But Resident Evil 4 got amazing game. Definitely not, can always respect putting that in a top 10 for sure. Not just because of how, just how good of a game it was, but just the impact. And then, like, what's so cool about Resident Evil 4 is like it's a game that like anybody can enjoy. Like it has such a broad appeal, and you gotta respect that about it. Because even though I prefer Resident Evil 1, like Resident Evil 1 remake, I prefer the traditional survival horror Resident Evil games. They don't have the broadest appeal, right? Tank controls, fixed camera angles, and shit like that. The limited resources and all that. The janky combat, the bad acting. It's not for everybody. But Resident Evil 4 just had such a broad appeal, right? Just about anybody who likes any kind of video game could enjoy Resident Evil 4. That's what's so cool about it. The interesting part was that the horse armor was actually free to download on the PC version, But on the Xbox version, Microsoft demanded Bethesda make it priced through the Xbox Live Marketplace. Damn. So it was like y'all didn't even have to charge. Like y'all got strong armed into charging the fans, bro. Like that's damn. But again, man, when you look back at it, it definitely fills you with a sense of dread when you look at the humble beginnings of DLC and where we are now. It's like like I said, we lost that battle. We lost that war. Like these developers, we gave them an inch, and they took 100 miles, and they running with that shit. And it's too late. It's too late. I think the only way we could probably have any control is like organized boycotts or something, like just speaking with your dollar. But when you keep buying shit, it's like they buying it. So, but again, I think it also just depends on the DLC and like what is providing to the player. I cannot justify the fighting game shit. Where the characters cost more than the whole game. Nah, bro. Like that's just crazy. That's way too much. Street Fighter 6 is definitely a money grab. Oh, for sure. Oh, they gonna rob the hell out. They gonna get so much money, bro, and they not get. I'm not doing this shit like I did with Dragon Ball Fighters, where I bought damn near every character. Now I'm with Street Fighter 6. I'm just buying the characters I would want. If I don't want the character, I'm not gonna unless I'm balling, right? If I get my job, then I might just say fuck it. You know. That's probably the only way. I would have to have like really disposable income, like nothing better to buy. I buy 10 umbrellas before I buy all the characters in Street Fighter 6. Tekken 8 as well. You talking about like with the DLC? Injustice, Street Fighter, Tekken Fighters, yeah, yeah, man. And I'm not completely against it. They're just overcharging. They're overcharging for that shit. If the sum of the characters amounts to the more of the base game, you're overcharging. Like period. Period. You're just overcharging. Like the characters are costing more than the game. And remember the game already like Dragon Ball Fighters came with like 18 characters. That's damn near the amount that you buy in DLC. So you get the game and the characters for 60, and then they're selling you characters, and that's it for 100. I can see if they added new game modes or something with it, but the game is just the game. Just adding new characters to it. They robbing the money, man. I swear, it's depressing. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. It is depressing. It is, but I do want them to make money. I'm not trying to get in the way of like I get it, make money, but I just feel like they have definitely gone overboard. They've just gone overboard. I think DLC should be a righteous thing, right? Where players get the opportunity to get more valuable content for a reasonable price and cosmetics that are probably easy to produce that could give even more money to the developer, but it's not a necessity for the player. So it don't matter whether you buy it or not. You don't feel the pride because you didn't buy the fucking clown, right? The fucking clown outfit for Ryu in Street Fighter 6, right? They made Taken 8 and Street Fighter 6 fighters too expensive. The game should be $10. Didn't they do something like that one time with a game? Like the game, I could have sworn there was I forgot what game, but there was a game that came out at like a reduced price, like 20 or 30 or something like that. What game was it? I know Evil Dead came out at 40 because they knew they were going to get money from the DLC, right? Because I remember when I bought Evil Dead day one, and I think that was $40. Right. So that felt like a good, and I got a lot of value out of that. So that felt fair. Felt fair. And I bought like a few of the character DLCs. Be back soon if you're still here. I'm really about to go eat. I ain't gonna lie. I'm really like this. It's time. it's you know it's about time to get out of here. But you know what? I'll probably stream again. I always say that, but really, nah, cause I got a date with my niece tomorrow. She want to watch she want to have a movie night for my birthday. So I don't know. Maybe if I can get it in earlier. I'm trying to think though, what I should be doing. Maybe I could go to the gym that night or nah, yeah, or, maybe like stream like around the same time. I don't know. That cop was getting trains ran on her. Yes, dude, come on, bruh. Bro. Like she's a, I'm not even gonna say, cause look, and I apologize, cause I'm upset, so I'm calling her derogatory names. I'm not even gonna go there. She is now the bad thing that she did was that she cheated on her husband. That was despicable. That was a terrible thing to do. I don't care what you say about the coercion and the groom. We know that's bullshit anyway, but still, that's no excuse. That's that's right. As a man, that would never work for me. Right? No excuse. That was fucked up what she did to her husband. But let's say she was single, right? Look, she like black guys. Right? She got a fetish. She got a thing for black dudes. It's not uncommon. It's not unusual. And we live in a sexually liberated society, where you have transsexuals, gays, bisexuals, lesbians, all time. Right? Slut walks and all that. Like, right? It's wide open. We do what the fuck we want to do. So you're single and you want to fuck the whole black portion of the police department. I'm fine with that. Right? But let's not pretend this situation is anything other than consensual promiscuity, consensual sexcapades, if you would. Like, come on now. And it's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. But they settled because they felt like they just didn't want to go to war over that shit. So it's not like she won after like a long drawn out court process. She filed a lawsuit and they were like, fuck it, just give her the money. Just give it to her. Just fuck it. Let's wash our hands of this. Give her the money, dip out. Fuck it. We not about to battle this chick and her claims. But that's what pisses me off about that shit, bro. And it's like, it's just a perfect example of why women are dangerous to deal with, bro, because they can just decide at any moment that consensual sex was actual, it was grooming. I was coerced. I did it, but I didn't want to do it. That's so, bro, that is just fucked up. Like, that is unacceptable, dog. Like, that is such a win for extreme feminism, bro. I hate that shit so much, dog. Whores get all this more. She can't lose, bro. She sued the police department for emotional damage and abuse, but not her. But see, that's the key. You noticed that, right? I forgot to say something about that. She sued the police department, but not the abusers, because she wouldn't have won that battle. The evidence was too heavily leaned against her. You got her sending news, laughing and sucking dick and getting fucked and threesomes and cheating on her husband. I'm glad you pointed that out, because that right there, bro. If somebody does something to you, don't you want to get that motherfucker? It's got more to do with the black men, according to her accusation and her side of the story, than the department. It wasn't like they was setting it up. They were like, hey, look, we got this white We got this white woman here. We're gonna set up these black guys. Like, no, like that's what the fuck y'all were doing. So go after them. Oh no, why? Oh, because you were sending them nudes. Yeah, they got you on camera sucking. Yeah, right. The evidence don't line up. So she went for the target that that she went for the target where what she was saying could apply. Oh, workplace trauma, emotional, right? Oh my God, I'm seething. I'm seething, I'm honest about it. I'm hot. Her cucked husband. Oh, he's with her. Yeah, yeah. To be fair though, she just got man. That was a lucrative affair. If you know what I'm saying, I would have been like, I'm leaving. I'm getting out. I'm getting a divorce. And, right? And then I see that settlement check. I'm like, hold up. Well, we can always go to couples therapy, baby. Everything can be forgiven. What would Jesus do? Jesus would forgive, right? Man, so, but really, I would have still left. I'm joking. I would have left. Fuck that shit. Ain't no amount of money. Hell no. Ain't no amount of money. I don't care if she got $1 billion. Ain't no amount of, but keep that. Keep that. Real talk, she probably would have left you anyway. If she got enough money, she probably would have just left anyway. Like, I ain't about to share with this motherfucker. She was cheating on you for a reason. Did you see the Michael Rainey Jr. video where he was being touched in his no parts by a streamer's sister? Oh, you talking about that black guy and the girl came up behind him and started touching his dick, and then everybody was trying to like play it off and shit. I saw it, but I just got mixed feelings about it because on one hand, I think it's problematic how we undermine male experiences with like sexual assault because that's really what it is, right? If I went up behind a girl and grabbed her by the pussy, you know, like really, women sexually assaulting men is normalized, and that's a problem. That's not cool. But I think it's just part of it is just that we respond to shit like that differently. Like we don't get as offended by shit like that. Typically, if a man did it, then we're ready to fight. And yeah, I just think that's part of why it's like that. Again, I'm not just trying to justify it. I'm just trying to explain it. I saw this video. Yeah, it was on the Gills Arena podcast, and they had the female basketball player, I think Lacey Green, up there. And she was talking about how she felt uncomfortable going to the gym sometimes because guys would be staring at her. And, the guys and her, they would kind of have like a debate or discussion back and forth about, gym antics, proper etiquette in the gym regarding men and women. But that discussion made me think like, damn, like it's when you think about it, it's crazy how women, they feel offended by men staring at them. But as men, we would never feel that way. Like, I remember I was walking to the gym today and I was walking past like the little party place. Like, this party building for kids. And this woman was coming out of there. And I wasn't looking at her, but I could feel her like just laser beam looking at me. Right. And I was looking good too. Tank top. I'm sweating because I ran half of the way there and shit. I'm all muscular and sweating and shit. So, but I felt her like just looking at me the whole time. But shit like that, I don't get offended by women looking at me. The few times I catch them doing it, I don't get offended by it. Like, I feel flattered. Like, oh, that's cool shit. Fat girl looking at me. She was kind of fat, I was trying to make myself sound cooler than I am. It's always the fat girls. Don't get it twisted. Decent looking girls, they're not impressed by me at all. But yeah, it's just the difference in how we respond to shit. Men and women just don't respond to shit like women. And are they wrong? Are they too sensitive? Are we too insensitive? I don't know. But I just know it's a difference in just how we respond to shit. You know, if a girl grabbed me by, like, if it happened to me, right? Like somebody's sister grabbed me by the dick, like, it would make me uncomfortable. Would I try to press charges? No. It's not something I would like press charges over. I wouldn't like, but just being real, like I wouldn't, I'd be like, bitch, get the fuck off me. A girl, she gonna sue your ass, especially if you somebody worth suing. Like that's you done. It's on camera, you're done. So again, it's just we take shit differently. You know, even like physical abuse in a relationship. How many men be getting their ass, I can say whoop, but beat up, hit on by their girl and they don't say shit. They don't report it. They don't press no charges and nothing like that. You do that to a girl. Oh, you do that to a girl. I ain't saying all girls. Some girls suffer in silence, but I'm just saying more often you see girls use that to their advantage to, you know, get a guy locked up, you know, and, you know, they take it all the way to court and shit like that. Guys will sit there, black eye, cuts and scrapes all on the face and body and knots on our head because she hit on the head. Like we all take all that shit and just won't even won't even call 911. Won't even pick up the phone. I thought the sister was going to get in trouble, but it turns out the streamer, aka her brother, was the one who lost his career. Damn. Women never lose, bro. They never lose. The sister should have got bit. Yeah, that was, you know, but again, man, it's just like, cause it's the way, bro. And I hate to use this example, but you guys ever see that episode of South Park where there was like an older female teacher who was doing inappropriate things with the students. And then when they told the police officers, they'll be like, nice, right? And again, it's fucked up, but there's a realness to that you can't deny. And it's just that, like, we don't look at older women doing inappropriate things with younger boys the same way we look at older men doing it with younger. We don't. Don't even, like, we just don't. Like, in general, we don't look at it the same. They're not punished the same. We don't look at it the same. And I think a lot of it is the male perspective. Because I remember when I was 14 and 15, I would have loved to fuck some of them damn female teachers. Miss G, my art teacher, oh my God, bro. Like, she had this Israeli look about her. She had like that sexy, she had like that sexy Israeli nose. Like, you know, they got the larger nose and shit. Like, she had a nice, but like she was, oh man, had long hair. She was like early 30s or something like that, late 20s, early 30s. Oh my God, bro. Like, she was the wet dreams, the wet fantasy of all the boys in the art class. Trust me, my God. Whew. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I was 14, 15, 16 and I fucked her, I'll probably look back on that like, yeah, yeah, I did that. It's the male perspective, dude. That's all. I'm not trying to justify it. She would have been wrong for doing it, but I'm just saying it's the male perspective of things. Like right now, yeah, I could use a girl grabbing my dick. I wouldn't complain. Like, depending on the girl. You know, if a guy did it, then I'm giving them the elbow. Looking is one thing, but grabbing people by the pussy and shit, nah. Do the research. Animals suffer horrifically. I don't see how you can see animals suffering and killing so lightly. Not to mention, all blacks are lactose intolerant. Forgot about that. I need to look up this lactose intolerant shit. Oh man. But I've seen like one of those documentaries where they showed the pigs. Like, trust me, I see the horror. It's a fucking horror movie. I got those damn slaughterhouses is like Texas Chainsaw Massacre times 10. You know, but look, I'm just saying for me right now, it don't bother me like that. Like, cause I just know if it came down to it, I'm killing and eating what I got to. Right? If it come down to it, I'm killing and eating what I got to, man. Like if we stuck on the island somewhere, I'm not trying to be vegan with your ass. I'm killing them birds. I'm killing them lizards. I'm eating. You can be vegan by your goddamn self on that damn island. I'm throwing all that shit out the window. If you die, I'm eating you. I ain't gonna kill you, but if you die first, you know. You play any of the Silent Hill games. Understandable if you're having those, seeing how they so unavailable. Shit. But I did a whole playthrough of Silent Hill for the Room on my gaming channel. Check it out, Super Chat Marco Gaming. I played like an hour or two of Silent Hill 1, never finished it. I played like 2 or 3 hours of Silent Hill 2, never finished it. I beat Silent Hill 3. I remember nothing about it, but I did beat it. Enjoyable experience. But yeah, the only ones I played that one on Wii too. That funny, that weird one. But that's it. I think that's it. But I really like The Room. I know The Room is kind of like the black sheep of the Silent Hill, like the what would you call it? A quadrilogy? But I really like The Room. Out of all the ones I played, I gotta say I like The Room the most. But I know 2 is the most beloved. I liked it, but I just never finished it. You know, not because it was bad or anything. It was just one of those, backlog situations. I'm playing different games, and just one took priority over the other one. But I never finished 2, is what I'm saying. I would like to go back and finish 1 and 2 because I liked what I played of them. No complaints. I like it. Just again, juggling different games. Something else takes priority. But I did finish 3. Um, shit. I wouldn't mind doing a playthrough for all of them. 1, 2, and 3. I get the proper setup. Go ahead and knock those out for the gaming channel. 1, 2, and 3. I already got 4. I don't know about the newer ones though, because I know a lot of the fans don't really fuck with the new ones. So. But I think they got a Silent Hill 2 remake, right? I went to GameStop. I saw like the little promotional box over there in the PS5 area where I don't belong, my broke ass, but I saw it. You still on Habbo? I haven't been on Habbo in like over a decade during like the Pooh's Clothes era. She's on Habbo? Silent Hill, I loved that series back then. Played 1 through 4. Quadrilogy. I wish I could replay them, but I lost the games, and they're so high, bro. Just real quick, like something good that happened to me recently. I went to trade it to sell a few games, right? Because again, I'm saving up for the new PC. So I went to my gaming stack and I said, what are the worst games I have that I know I can sell and not care? And it was Dynasty Warriors, 9 or something? Shitty game. Call of Cthulhu, shitty game. Way of the Thief, shitty game. I had kind of a interesting period with that, but shitty. And I had like one of the older Guilty Gear games. Not Strive, but like the one before that. What was it? Like Revelator or some shit? Wasn't playing it, outdated as fuck. I sold those 4 games at Traded and got $14. I know it don't seem like much, but Traded be robbing your ass. Right? I felt like that was a fair amount. And I added that to my little PC fund. In real live stream when? Like walking around outside and shit? In real live streaming. Walk around and do what? Because I'm not this exciting in real life. Right? I'm introverted. I know it don't seem like it, but I'm really a introvert. I stay to myself for the most part. If people talk to me because I be doing weird shit. I be in the gym shadow boxing. Motherfucker be like, you box? I'm like, nah, I'm just working out. I swear, bro. J-Man, Chad, I really think you should travel outside of your state or even to another country to experience different dating markets. Location, I hear that all the time, J-Man. Like, my friends always tell me that shit. Cause I live in North Carolina. I live in North Carolina, but I live in like just like one of the like dangerous like small city areas, right? Like Rocky Mountain shit. The the real place, like the place to be in North Carolina is Raleigh, right? And to a lesser extent, other places like Durham, I don't know Durham, but Greenville. But yeah, dude, I always been in the worst places in North Carolina. I was either in Tarboro, which is the country, or Rocky Mount. This is a city, but it's a small city, and a lot of projects and hoods, right? And I don't vibe with girls like that at all. I just don't. I don't vibe with girls like that. They might like the way I look, then I start talking, and it's like, what the fuck? The fuck, what hole he crawled the fuck out of? But yeah, man, my friends always told me that. They always tell me, bro, like you gotta be in a different. I think once I get, I see my internet going the fuck out. But yeah, once I get my next job, I could possibly afford to, I don't know, travel at least go to fucking Raleigh and see what's going on over there, or maybe actually, oh god. I've been kind of driving around the city more, and they got like different like places around here that are kind of interesting, like little cafes and shit that I didn't know were there, like clubs. I'm not a club guy, but it is more than it's. This place ain't that bad, but it's not the place. But I don't know. Maybe one day I'll find out. Maybe one day I'll get the fuck up out of here and put myself in a better position to get some pussy. Night walk vlogs, day walk vlog. Yeah, I've been thinking about doing that too. Right? When I be out running around the city and shit, that would be cool. That would be cool. Maybe I'll do that, yeah. I would love doing a video by like the park. Like we got a beautiful park down that way. Do like some videos over there or something. I don't know, we'll see. Gotta get outside my comfort zone. I do way better outside of my home. Damn, shit is like that. I watched a few of your videos and I kind of feel sorry for you, especially the small penis video. It was hilarious, but don't feel sorry for me. Nobody should feel sorry for me. I'm overly blessed. I'm overly fortunate. I've taken some L's here and there. You know, but most of my what issues I do have is just really my own lack of effort and laziness. I don't have shit to complain about, so don't feel bad for me. You know, I feel too lucky overall, but I get what you're saying, right? When it comes to women, I'm fucked. Right? But even then, if you maybe you haven't watched the full like virgin saga, but I embraced being a virgin and being single when I was young. That's why I ended up like this because for me, I thought that it was, I thought it was the right thing to do, and really in a lot of ways it was. It was. I feel like now it will be okay for me to get a girlfriend, right? Like, okay, now at 32, right? Like, you prove your point, Marco. Shit. So I'm not like against it or anything, but the problem is, and this is what I always tell people, is like dealing with women requires so much effort. Like you got to do too much. I'm too happy to go through that shit, bro. Like that's the problem. Like I'm too content with my way of life. Like, cause I know for a fact that I don't need a girlfriend to be happy. I don't need to have sex to be happy. So it's like I can't find the motivation to do that. Like to approach 100 women and get rejected and spending money on dates. And then like I saw this video where this guy took this girl out to Starbucks. And then she didn't want to go to fucking Starbucks. She said it wasn't expensive enough. She recorded him and all that shit. Like, was putting him on black. Like, this is what people go through. right. That's really why like that's really why I can't be bothered, bro. Because it's like that barrier of entry is just too high. If you don't want to fuck fat bitches, you want to fuck fat bitches is different. I always say if you willing to fuck fat bitches, dating is very easy. You want a girl that's a healthy body weight, very hard. You want a pretty, bad, cute, it gets harder. Gets harder and harder. But it's too much, dude. It's just too much shit, bro. It's too much shit. I think for me, like you said, I would just have to be in the right environment where it would just be easier for me to connect with girls and get and without because where from my position, I just feel like I'd be starting from ground one, climbing the mountain trying to get pussy. And I'm not motivated. I'm not motivated, And I'm 32. I'm getting older. My sex drive, I can feel my fucking sex drive getting lower. I can already feel my sex drive getting lower. I'm not masturbating and looking at porn as much as I like it. I'm not even doing that as much as I used to. Or yeah, oh, this more worse. Oh god. Oh, I made it to the end. Oh god. This is great. Okay. Well, now that I'm at the end, I feel satisfied. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that stream. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna keep you guys in mind, and I'm gonna try to do another late night stream tomorrow, or maybe a Twitch stream or something. I don't know, but I just feel bad because of the drop frames and shit like that. It was kind of janky, but I'm glad you guys showed up to help me celebrate my birthday. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this cake, eat some food, watch a movie, and again, remember you want to sign up for the Patreon. We got a new track coming out tomorrow. Please, what's it called? It's called I forgot the name of it. It must not be that good though. It's called Please Respond. Please Respond. So make sure you guys. I'm advertising on the YouTube channel too, in the community post. So make sure you guys go subscribe to the Patreon. Even if it says a $1 member, I appreciate all of that. So glad you guys showed up, and I will see you later. Johnny, Johnny, Johnny.